In the NBA, the Spurs get back to work tonight, trailing the Knicks 1-0 in the best-of-7 series. The Spurs tip tonight at 7:30 for Game 2. It'll be televised on ABC. In the NFL, the Houston Texans have signed Kalen Rutledge to his 4-year rookie deal. It includes a 5th-year team option. His signing leaves a 4th-round offensive guard Fabichi Nwawu as the final unsigned draft pick. After the blockbuster trade sending Myles Garrett to the Rams earlier this week, the two sides have reworked his deal. It now goes through 2030 and includes an increase in total compensation for the 2026 season and included in-game roster bonuses. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Welcome in. It's a Friday, and it's a game day. Oh, my.
Game day ball. It's a must-win today.
Oh,
nervous day. Nervous.
Yeah, well, I've now been kicked in the balls in back-to-back sporting nights where...
Well, I know that you took one in the nuts last night in overtime. But for those of us that are on the downside of a 1-0 series at home, it gave me a bit of hope as the Caniacs came back with their bare bellies and got a late shot. That was a cannon shot, by the way, to win an OT.
They took away a goal from the Knights, garbage call.
They tried to explain that to me 3 times.
There was no explanation
of
it.
I didn't understand. The guy, their ref dude.
Yeah, and Mark Messier was like,
I don't
no,
get it either.
He's like, you're wrong.
Yeah. So they went on it for like 5 minutes, and for a neophyte, I didn't understand at all because what the referee expert was saying made no sense.
It didn't, because it was a nonsensical call.
Yeah.
And
no, it was a good call because he was static and he was like static. Okay.
No, they blew it, and they were trying to fix it, but they blew it, and probably cost Vegas a game. Hopefully it's
dude, that last second goal. Who's the dude for Vegas that scored it with a minute to go, minute and whatever?
Who did score that goal? Maybe it was.
Whoever he was, give him free chicken for the rest of his life.
The one that got that goal was Mark Stone, even though it was
wasn't
essentially
him.
like a.
It wasn't him, but he was in the vicinity.
It was essentially an own goal, yeah. But that Stoney was the closest one to. That's one they're like, that's not a goal.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
that's
okay.
Not a goal. I don't understand how that isn't a goal. But yeah, hey, 1-1, and what is? I kept telling my wife, this is the best playoffs you can watch.
And that's the worst part about, I say the worst part, it sucked last night, but I actually do like this rule. If you challenge a play, and you're wrong, it's a penalty. It's a delay of game penalty.
Which,
like, imagine you'd be a lot more careful about what you challenge, right?
If you were when you lose timeouts, I mean, it's much more penalizing in hockey for sure.
Yeah. But the goal, the coach, John Tortorella, said I'd challenge it 10 times out of 10. I've got no regrets for it.
I don't understand.
He's like, I don't know how it's not a goal.
I don't either. But here we sit.
Yeah, listen, sometimes you get the shaft in Vegas.
But like I said, it gives hope to the young team that needed to squeeze one at home. And that epitomizes the Spurs tonight, man. Just be there to win it in the end.
Hopefully it doesn't the one thing I'm hoping that they can avoid is the puck to the face. Did you see that last night?
I didn't watch it happen live. Like I said, I started, and Vegas is up 2-0 fast.
Yeah.
And I kind of went away. I was doing stuff, and I didn't think it was that big a deal. Then I get back, and they're down 3-2.
Yep. Vic, a guy got hit in the face with a puck last night, 89 miles an hour to the snout.
I was going to say he didn't lose any teeth.
His name's James Trevino.
No, that's what he looks like. No,
that's what it does look like.
I told my wife, she was like, "Is he going to go to the hospital?" I was like, "He'll probably just go and he'll come right back out."
This is hockey, man.
Right?
They'll rub some dirt on it, and he'll be back in.
But it didn't
hit him
happen.
in the helmet?
It hit him in the visor of his face mask.
Okay.
Which smashed into his nose and exploded his nose.
Oh, sweet.
But I think he couldn't breathe. So that's why he had to go to the hospital. So he couldn't come back in the game.
Yeah, breathing's important.
They say you need to do that.
You need that kind of stuff.
You need that.
Yeah,
it was electric. It was a fun. If you had the time, it was. It was a worthy watch.
It was
sweet.
It was a comeback,
yeah.
and it was reminiscent of what the Knicks did in Game 1.
This whole series feels very much like a team that's been there and done that versus the young kids, the up and comers, and the been there done that's won the first one, and the up and comers needed just a little bit of extra pepper at the end, and they found it.
And congrats to the Lady Bevos.
That's right. I didn't put them in our sports center. I should have.
The national champions in Austin. They say light the tower orange. As the Texas Longhorns.
Was that Mahomes there in the?
No, that was Jason Williams. That was
no, I think I saw Mahomes.
Oh, maybe it was. Maybe they're hanging out
in the press box.
But yeah, Texas knocks off Texas Tech and wins their second consecutive.
It's a weird world we live in where Tech is now the heavy moneyed beast of any sport. They're the ones with all the money, and Texas is the upstart.
Yeah.
It's a weird world we're in.
Yep. So congrats to them, and now we're officially done with lady softball. Although Texas was beating up on that gal. That's the $1 million arm right there.
Well, remember, she made it almost last year. The investment paid off.
Texas. So Texas, did they beat them the same
I
Texas
think
Tech team last year?
They must have, because Texas is 2 years in a row, right?
Yeah.
I don't know who knocked Tech out, but I know they made it to the series, and she just didn't quite make it for 2 straight years. But heck, man, Tech wouldn't have sniffed this stuff if it wasn't for the money. So the investment has paid off.
Investment has paid off, certainly. All right, it is a game day for the Spurs. Game 2. As we sit, they are down 1-0, a painful first loss.
Hey,
but the expectation, at least by the sports books, is that Spurs bounce back tonight. They are now up to 6.5-point favorites.
I bet it'll drop a bit. There's going to be some late money. That's a big number.
That is a big number. That does
seems
indicate that they expect to bounce back.
And I'm judging by the attitudes of the guys yesterday, just the general atmosphere. I think that one of the benefits of the youth is they do have a goldfish memory, but at the same time, they can cite times in this playoff where they've already been down at home and had to fix it. And that's one of the little benefits of having such a tough ride to get here, and having to deal with Minnesota. So at least they've been in familiar territory, but on the other side, the Knicks seem rejuvenated. They feel that's a confident basketball team.
It
they
really
know they
is.
didn't play very well, and they stole one.
I thought it was just their fans that were overly confident.
No, they're feeling it.
The team is feeling it, and now they've got reason to be confident. Now it's the reasons that we had to doubt it are now kind of dissipated, and we may be in for a fight here this series.
They're climbing Mount Everest. Every step is higher than any of these players have ever been. Yeah. So this is the most important game they've ever been in until they play the next one. And let's see, pressure bursts pipes, as I heard one of the NBA dudes say the other day. Well, the pressure's building. Let's see if those pipes hold.
Yeah, so that'll get tipped off at 7:30. We'll talk about that game quite a bit today, see what the Spurs have to do differently in Game 2. We'll also we'll hear from Mitch Johnson. We'll hear from Wimby. We'll hear from Dylan Harper as well today, as those guys spoke yesterday about some of the things that they went through in Game 1.
Have you seen, and now this is just kind of whispers in the social media world, where Dylan Harper retweeted someone else kind of a video making fun of De'Aaron Fox's play?
No, I haven't seen that.
Now, I don't know whether it was real or not. This is just something that's floating around in the social media ether. But it appeared, from what I saw, that someone was like, De'Aaron, what's he doing? Dylan needs to be playing. And Harper either liked or retweeted that, and I have
a hard time believing that.
I do too.
Like, I think of Dylan Harper, I think he's so much wiser than his years.
Unless it was an internal joke, which it very well could have been. Like, we're all laughing at you because he knows that De'Aaron might be dealing with that ankle. That's just remarkable that he's on. I don't know, but I saw that and I thought, because the primary bit of conversation over the last 24 hours has been Harper and Fox and why and what needs to be done in this game. And I saw that and I go, this is not the time for an internal drama. But I'll tell you, I've been around enough young men to see they've done some stupid stuff. And
that is true.
Dude, I hope you didn't just do that.
That is true. No, I have a hard time, of all the guys, really, I have a hard time imagining him do it, just because he seems so much older than he is. Just seems like he's on top of things. But not a great time for it if that were to happen.
I doubt it's true, but it would certainly add a bit more drama.
It certainly would, and I'm all for drama. Well, I just prefer it to be on the other side.
So many old Spurs heads, so many unks are out on Dylan Harper. I'm amazed.
Really?
It seems like the older crew
out
is
on
more,
Dylan Harper.
I mean, on De'Aaron Fox.
Okay.
Seems like the older the Spurs fan is, the more angry they are at De'Aaron Fox.
Well, it's funny how you talk about goldfish memory. Think back to game 1 and 2 of the OKC series when he didn't play.
And we had 20 turnovers in 2 games from Steph.
Yeah, Steph Castle had 20 turnovers, and everybody was mad at him. Like, it can't be both ways.
Yeah, I mean, yes, there's every reason to be mad at him. Testing the trade market for him right now is not the time, brothers. And I'm getting so many texts, and I'll tell you, if it's an angry De'Aaron Fox text, it's probably somebody over 45 years old.
That's wild.
The line of demarcation is very interesting. The younger, the more forgiving. The older, they're just mad at Fox, man.
That's funny, man. It's a weird.
It is. It's so much so for me to notice. Like if it's angry, I can tell you're an old listener.
Like what's your son think about him?
He's upset, but he understands his value. I mean, dude, but that's more on De'Aaron Fox to understand his place in the world when you're injured like that. But
and it's so funny because remember Game 7 against OKC, De'Aaron Fox was great.
Yes.
And everybody's like, man, I'm sorry I said anything about him. And then game 1 happens. He's like, I hate that guy.
Well, fans have goldfish memories too. So,
I think that's we're getting a little of that.
Same from the player. But I have found it interesting. And this is kind of the moment where De'Aaron does need to bounce back. And I'm sure that will be the primary focus from the coaching staff to get him leveled off.
All right, we'll look ahead to game 2 on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Well, good morning. Still working that one accident. Vehicle rollover, left lane's closed. Highway 90 eastbound approaching I-35, about a 7-minute delay. Stop and go traffic now back from South Zara Zamora. We have an accident blocking the off-ramp. I-10 eastbound off-ramp right there to Santa Rosa Street. Okay, so be careful right there. And let's see, more accidents to report. 281 northbound at St. Mary's. And then another one, left shoulder's blocked, by the way, due to an accident. Loop 1604 eastbound at Bitters. And that one vehicle fire did extinguish out there. But only the right lane is getting open right now. It's 281, the frontage road, northbound Evans Road. I'm Alan Craig, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by eBay. eBay is home to millions of finds, and each one becomes part of your story. From your favorite vintage band tee to the dream car you've been searching for or the foul ball you heroically gave away. It's all there on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
I told my buyers, let's get them bought. Right now is the time to go. GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer, paying top dollar for your car, truck, sports car, exotic. What are you waiting for? We want to buy your car right now. Find out why thousands of satisfied customers across the United States put more money in their pocket by going to GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Now at Lowe's, faster quotes start at the Lowe's Pro Desk. Got a material list handwritten on a sticky note or saved as a photo? Perfect. Bring it to us and get a quote in minutes. And if you don't see what you need on the shelf, we'll help you get it. You can access thousands of products beyond what's available in store or on Lowe's.com, right from the Lowe's Pro Desk. Build quotes faster and source the materials you need to keep your jobs moving. Just like that, at Lowe's.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. You know our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent to pet shelters from Puppy Food Bank never comes with a bill. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a generous, caring $15 donation every month. Your donation will absolutely save pet lives.
Healthy vision is about more than seeing clearly. It's about going beyond. From comprehensive eye care with the latest technology to advanced vision solutions that provide deep insights into your overall health. And with doctors who build lasting relationships founded on trust, ensuring that every detail is taken care of. I choose Vision Source to never miss out on life's precious moments. Vision Source, beyond your eyes.
San Antonio and New York. This is where you come to talk about the finals. 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Yes, sir. Getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend party and yeah! Hey, thanks for breakfast, Victor Brown.
You're welcome. We arrived this morning to Bob's.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Mighty nice of you.
Yes.
Thank the points.
Oh, thank you,
All
Whataburger.
about the wannabe points. And I arrived this morning so worried about the screwworm infestation that's coming our way.
What is that about?
Oh,
The
my
what?
God. The flesh-eating screwworms that are just on the other side of the Rio Grande.
Oh, no.
Coming our way to screw us. I don't know what exactly a screwworm does, but I think I'm supposed to be afraid of it.
Well, just go to the Knicks locker room.
Well,
Let those loose in that
that'll
locker
be one of the
room.
first places they hit. But
Some of those screwworms back with you.
what is it supposed to do?
I think it bites you and it implants the larvae in your skin and it eats your skin and it's a cattle issue. So we're afraid it's going to get into our meat supply.
Oh, so it can it won't just
no.
be a skin irritation. Like this can affect our meat.
Yeah, this is the USDA is very worried about it at the time. And we've caught and they've got we knew it was coming. It was
Why aren't there worms that attack vegetables?
I know. There are.
We have.
I guess you're right.
But we can't cover cows in poison.
Damn it. We thought fur would be enough.
So
yeah, here we
I got
sit.
enough to worry about, and now I got to add screwworms to the list.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. I'm taking my chances this week. I'm going down to the beach.
Dude, I'm with you, man.
This weekend.
I'm jealous. I need some sand time.
I'm going to hang at my mom's place, and we'll see what comes down. I hope the screwworms haven't gotten there.
The eggs hatch into maggots that burrow into the wound and feed on the living flesh.
Oh no, that sounds terrible.
And in their final stage, they develop these little hooks and they dig deeper into the flesh, hence the name screwworm.
But can they affect people?
Yes.
Oh no.
You ever seen video of the botfly? You ever heard about this thing?
Yeah.
No.
Yikes.
What's a botfly?
These things lay the same thing, and then in the skin, the larvae grow to these really long, like little worm things that you have to pull out of your skin.
Oh. Yeah.
Why, dude? How did we?
Oh.
Where did these things come from?
Hell.
Yeah, like why in the 1400s was nobody dealing with a bot fly or a screwworm?
Because they weren't living in jungles. We were dealing with the plague and rats. Here's a bot. Oh, dude.
This is how they take a bot fly out that's embedded in the skin. Look how big it is and look how deep it is.
Are you sure this isn't just a blackhead?
No.
Dude, this is not Dr. Pimple Popper.
Look at that.
Oh, no.
And it's moving, and it's alive, moving inside you. So they have to grab it twice because it'll wiggle its way
out.
But
So
look
that's
at
just,
the size of it. Look. Ready?
Oh, no.
Look at that.
That's thick, too.
Look at that.
Oh, Lord of mercy. No.
And there's a big hole in you where that fly was.
Dude.
Didn't mean to bring the room down. That's not the screwworm, that's the botfly. But these things are coming our way. Just another thing to add onto the list. But, so enjoy your time at the beach.
Yeah, you might.
Well, all right. Yeah, that's putting me in a great mood.
I'd have a lot of exposed skin.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Okay, couple of questions. We know I think yesterday we discussed the De'Aaron Fox question quite a bit. Now, there were a couple big plays he made at the end of the first half. When he got the steal from Brunson, and then he got the dunk, and then he's the one who set up Champagnie with that corner three to end the first half. Mm-hmm. And it looked like maybe he was turning the corner, but then it just went downhill from there again, and he started the game so poorly that it was bad news. But my question is, and you've said this before, you've said he's the most important player. Does De'Aaron Fox have to be?
No.
Okay.
No. But that position does.
Okay.
Turnovers, as we saw, especially in a game that has limited turnovers, become magnified even more because they only had 8 turnovers. They had 19 points off of our, I think, 16 or 13 turnovers, and they won the points off of turnover battle. They didn't. That wasn't the separator, but it was 5 points, I believe, 5 to 6 points. So when we're talking about the defense that's being played and the game hovering around 100 to 105 points, possessions matter, and you can't have a couple of things. First of all, Wemby and 6 turnovers of our 13 cannot happen, and part of that is you can't put him in a position to where he'll turn the ball over, and that's wisdom from point guard play. Whether it's De'Aaron, whether it's Dylan, whoever, whether it's Steph, you don't give him the ball in a place where he is forced to do something that he is not fully capable of doing. And then after that, you let things take care of itself. I'm not mad at De'Aaron for missing shots. I'm not. You're going to miss shots. Keep taking them when you're in there. The moment you stop taking them, that's when there's a problem. But, you do need to make them, brother. There's not a free pass on this, but that's not the thing you can control. But you can control where you are in the shots that you take. So, I don't want De'Aaron to be a superstar. I just want him to be a heads-up ball control point guard. And that's not slowing the game down. Just do that because Dylan has done that.
Yeah. So in college basketball, they have there's a thing called shot quality that they I think they do it. I think they've monitored in the NBA too, but I
guarantee you they do.
But I think it's called something different. Yeah. But looking at one of these metrics that they have, the Spurs missed. They undershot by over 10%.
So you're talking about hitting the front of the rim, rim
shots that they would be expected to make, like open looks, like they underperformed expectation by over 10%, which is...
I would say De'Aaron's responsible for most of that. He missed a lot of bunnies and a lot of shots that you just go, I can't understand. And it wasn't just this game. It's been all playoff where what he's seeing, his body ain't doing. He's just not hitting shots. It doesn't mean he's not had good games. And it's not like he hadn't scored, but he's not been a shot maker. He's been a scorer, and there's a big difference.
That was the 10.1% expected field goal percentage underperformance is the second worst of any game this season.
Dude, what an egg. That is such an indictment. Like, dude, you literally played your worst at the biggest moment.
But, a lot of it is, what that factors in is who's getting the shots, how open they are, like distance between a defender. And it says that, you should probably... It should even itself out.
The expectation is they will progress to the mean. They'll come back to where they were.
Yeah, those are shots that more often than not they're going to make. So it's some of it's just bad luck.
Did we have a number of shots that played into that?
No, it's all we need to do is make over course the entire game. So 10% difference in their shots. But actually, 10 shots. The Knicks also underperformed. They were 5.1% worse than expectation.
We talked about that. The second, third quarter were so poorly played by both teams, quite frankly. And it was the Knicks that got fire in the fourth, but. Neither team shot well. I think both of them look at their percentages and feel like they're going to go up. And I don't think either team is blaming the other team's defense for that. I think both of them just didn't shoot very well. And I expect both of them to come back a little bit more so for the Spurs because there's home cooking. They're waking up in their own beds tonight.
Here's another maybe scary stat, though, if you're a Spur. Jalen Brunson with his, I talked about it wasn't an efficient 30 points, but he took 31 shots. His quantified shot probability was just 48%, which was his lowest game this postseason. So he played about as bad as he could have played. Now, part of that is the Spurs defense,
it's not going to get easier on him. Those guards aren't going to get smaller, and we're not going to have fewer of them.
Shea, who played 15 games this postseason, the bottom 6 in shot quality all came against San Antonio. So, like, the Spurs will make you look
he's
bad.
going to have to work hard for his buckets, but he's also proven that he's capable of getting them.
Yeah. So those are things I think to watch tonight. And I also think whatever we want to say about De'Aaron Fox or you want to point fingers at Keldon Johnson, whoever it is, Victor Wembanyama has to be the man. And that is –
it's one of those
there's
situations.
no real way around it where even if he plays pretty good, that ain't enough. He's now reached that level where the expectation is – and this is maybe not fair, but at some point you become a player that – and LeBron suffered this quite a bit, where you're like a quarterback in the NFL and wins and losses are tied to you. Whether or not it's your fault or not, it doesn't matter. You couldn't carry the team. I think Wemby's now in that echelon where he's expected to carry a team.
And keep in mind, when we say, well, at least when I say carry a team, it's more like a Jason Hart carry the team. You don't have to go score 35. You got to, but personally, you need to be responsible for about 50 points, whether it's an assist or a shot. At the end of the day, you better have been the last guy to touch the ball or the next to last guy. So 50 points needs to come through your hands, whether you get it all or you're sharing the ball. You have to get the rebounds. You got to get the steals. You got to keep the turnovers down. And if there's a sum total there, it can vary by what output is. You don't have to go get 50 for us to win. We saw that in Game 7. You just got to play the Wemby role with the nopes, the defensive side of stuff, the threat on offense, whether you're passing and letting guys get to the rim because you're outside, whatever that might be. It's not about 40 points. You know, it's about what your effect on your other team is. And no better example was Jason Hart the other night. You can win the game. Josh Hart. You can do those things, and it doesn't have to include points. You just got to be in every box score leading the way.
Yeah. And obviously the defense for him is a big deal. Now, a lot of why Josh Hart struggled is because very often in that game, Wemby was the assigned defender to Josh Hart, which lets him sort of roam. Which is the way
he affected the game other ways and was absolutely vital. And you're going to look at the box and go, well, you know, he didn't play a huge role. And you think he was a part of every major play in the game. He filled the 15 rebounds from a guard.
What the biggest difference in my mind was unlike the OKC series, the Knicks punished the Spurs when Wemby sat on the offensive end.
That's not going to change. We'll have to get better there.
The Thunder couldn't take advantage of it in a way that was enough. The Knicks, and particularly Karl Anthony Towns, took advantage of it.
The difference between Oklahoma City and the Knicks, and while the Knicks didn't shoot well, with Oklahoma City, when Wemby was out, they still never really had the guys to attack the basket. Now, they were opportune backdoor cutters, but they weren't getting to you off the dribble. I mean, they were backdoor cuts and passes getting made to get them layups. With the moment that Wemby leaves with the Knicks, these guys are putting the ball on the floor and getting to the rim. And the way they attack Wemby's absence is different than OKC's. They're more effective at it because they challenge at every moment from the rim. The three-point shots are the secondary idea with them.
All right, we'll keep this conversation rolling. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Well, good morning. Still working that one accident. Vehicle rollover, left lane's closed. Highway 90 eastbound approaching I-35, about a 7-minute delay. Stop and go traffic now back from South Zamora. We have an accident blocking the off-ramp. I-10 eastbound off-ramp right there to Santa Rosa Street. Okay, so be careful right there. And let's see, more accidents to report. 281 northbound at St. Mary's. And then another one, left shoulder's blocked, by the way, due to an accident. Loop 1604 eastbound at Bidders. And that one vehicle fire did extinguish out there. But only the right lane's getting open right now. It's 281 The frontage road northbound Evans Road. I'm Alan Craig, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
My name is Jessica. Years ago, I was diagnosed with a thyroid condition. I slept all the time, was fatigued, had no energy, and a bad attitude. Now I've lost 50 pounds and I'm still losing. My medications have been scaled back, my emotions are stable, and I have lots of energy. People at work say I'm happy, perky, and my husband says he's not walking on eggshells around me any longer. The Institute for Functional Health changed my life.
Call for your complimentary consultation, 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health.
The San Antonio Gunslingers are out on the road battling across the league, but they're coming back home strong. Mark your calendars. Saturday, June 13th, they ride into town to take on New Mexico in a huge home showdown. Stay locked in with the team on social media and at SanAntonioGunslingers.com. Tickets for the June 13th home game are on sale now. Get yours today and bring the family out for professional indoor football. The San Antonio Gunslingers, lock and load.
Kohl's lowest prices of the season are here, and suddenly checking the price feels thrilling. Not scary thrilling, the good kind. The, wait, is that right kind? Summer styles, lower. Must-have appliances, lower. Bedding, fluffier and lower. Yep, they're the kind of prices that make you look twice. You know, for the rush. Go ahead and see for yourself at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles, offers end June 7th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
San Antonio's playoff headquarters has arrived. Novo Brewery features 80 feet of video walls, craft beers, hard kombucha on tap, and the food menu that means business. Thick-cut ribeye, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, carne asada fries, and more. And with its own private entrance separate from North Star Mall, no hassle, just you, your crew, and the biggest screens in the city at Novo Brewery. Open late. Visit NovoBrew.com. Novo Brewery. Come hungry. Stay for the game.
Big color, bigger savings. Sherwin-Williams Super Sale is here. Get 40% off paints and stains June 5th through the 11th with prices starting at $30.89. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only, some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we're going to get you ready for a big Game 2 NBA Finals Spurs-Knicks.
Our run of having former Spurs with rings continues as Antonio Daniels will be on The Blitz to get you ready for Game 2.
He's going to make us all feel better about Game 2. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The Spurs and the Knicks. This is where you come to talk about the finals. 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Woo!
All right.
I hate the do or die feeling. I hate it.
Yeah.
And this is do or die, man.
Yeah. It's. I always think must win is a little silly when there's
there's
still
more
games left,
but
you go down 2-0 at home, man. It does feel like you're buried.
You're in the world where if it's happened once.
That's why last night with the hockey game,
yeah.
I was looking to throw dirt on them.
That's as a Spurs fan watching that. Deep in my soul, I kind of wanted Carolina to win to prove to me that the kids can bounce back and feel better about themselves and beat the old dudes.
Well, a lot of people talking about what should be happening at the end of the game, and like the more I was thinking about De'Aaron Fox finishing out that game, closing out that game, like remember De'Aaron Fox has won that Clutch Player of the Year award.
Yes.
He's considered one of the best closers in the game. Like he's one of the best late fourth quarter players in basketball.
Yeah.
I think I know I say this a lot, but I think people are getting caught up in a moment where
there's nothing wrong with getting subbed in a game. You're allowed to have a bad game, and he's had more than his share, I will say, but 90% of this is he's got a bad ankle. And when you're a player that relies so much on explosion and speed, he's just not able to get the shot up in the way that he had become accustomed to, the way that he used to. The explosion's not there. You can tell when he lands, he favors that ankle. He's become a 2-footed jumper instead of one. And when he comes down, he's landing on one. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on that we're not talking about because he's not talking about his injury. You're allowed to have a bad game. It's up to the coach to decide, look, man, it ain't there today. Sometimes Ohtani gets pulled in the middle of a game. It just ain't there. This is more a matter of if it ain't there, utilize those skills someplace else. When you're 3 of 14 or whatever he was, some of those shots you're just going to have the discretion and valor. I don't ever want you to stop shooting, but also realize, dude, you're not seeing it. So be effective in another way. That, I think, is the biggest angering part of this because you want him to be in a position to take the shot because he's proven that he's capable of. But there are some nights it's just not there, bro, and it's up to you, and I can't decide to figure out when to pass, when to shoot, when to do.
Well, you got to remember because Wemby also 6 turnovers, 15 missed shots, both playoff highs for him, and he kept going because, again, it's expected that he's going to be the guy. And I think De'Aaron Fox has spent so much of his career looked at as like the guy who's got to do that. Even if it's not there, you got to do it. So when both of your guys who are the expected
you lose by 10
dudes, both of them have a night like they had, this is the result.
You lose by 10.
Yeah. And it's easy to say, well, you shouldn't have taken those shots. But more often than not, we're going to say if Fox and Wemby are not the guys taking the most shots, we're going, what the hell's going on?
Well, and the thing with De'Aaron is he's missing bunnies. He's missing open.
De'Aaron's have been open. Yeah, I was going to say, Karl Anthony Towns, I rewatched the condensed version of that game. I think Karl Anthony Towns may have been the best player on the floor. Like overall, his game was so great. What he did on the defensive end against Wemby.
Yeah, he did it. I just looked at that and thought, yeah, Karl was okay. He did okay.
I think if you watch it again,
more about Wemby not being aggressive and just taking what Karl left him. There's no reason for Karl Anthony Towns to be able to defend Wemby. There's none. Wemby's quicker off the dribble. He's certainly taller. Only thing that Anthony has is weight to keep him out of the paint or to at least put a body on him if he's trying to do a back to the basket move. After that, man, Wemby should dominate this matchup. He's got the size and the quickness.
When Cat was the primary defender on Victor Wembanyama, he was 2 of 13 from the field, 9 points and 5 turnovers.
What an indictment, man.
9 points and 5 turnovers when Karl Anthony Towns was defending Wemby.
You give credit, but there was a lot of fadeaway jump shots, Victor. Lots.
Yeah.
What are you doing, man? He's smaller than you. He is
he's shorter than you.
Well, it's shorter. You've got a good 4 inches on it. And with reach, you might have a good 6. There's no reason that you should ever be fading backwards. At the very least, you should be going up. But that's on Wemby, and congratulations, Karl. I'm glad you got it done, but this is not about what you did. This is about Wemby allowing it to happen. There's no reason this should happen. None.
This was a crazy number, too. There are 2 players in NBA history, NBA Finals history, that have had at least 15 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 steals in a game.
It was hard.
Josh Hart is the second. Larry Bird is the only other player who's ever done that. And Josh Hart is the first player in NBA Finals history to lead a finals game outright in rebounds, assists, and steals.
Spectacular.
All 3 categories. And he had, 2 points, 4 points?
Yeah, he had 4 points.
What a crazy.
He did a lot of that with 3 fouls.
Well, and the story here says maybe it's not a coincidence that the Spurs won the first half when Josh Hart played 7 minutes because he was in foul trouble.
3 fouls, yeah, and came back in the second half with 3 fouls, defended without fouling, rebounded like a freaking banshee. It was it's one of those when you watch the film, he separates himself by activity more than shots. Normally you see highlights and it's shot making and all that. Jason Hart was part of every major play. His hands are near or on the ball in every play that mattered, whether it be defensive or offensively in the fourth quarter. It was spectacular, and it took that for them to beat the Spurs. So I think that is the kind of thing that when you're practicing yesterday, you're showing film to the guys like, you just got out-hustled in some of this stuff. They weren't better than you. They worked harder.
Another key number, we'll take a break. I'll come back with another key number about points in the paint on the other side. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Got a buddy who thinks he knows baseball? Perfect. On Rangers game days, prove it with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will launch it out of here. He hits one, you and a friend are headed to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now, you've got tickets and hotel. Yeah, you're making a night of it, and your buddy's buying the first round. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Call your shot and win the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Harry Douglas here to help you get in on the sweet life with Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy. It's that classic throwback cotton candy flavor, but with zero sugar and a 5-hour energy boost. I keep these with me so I can tackle that sweet tooth with a tasty caffeine kick and no guilty sugary aftermath. Bring on the sweetness with Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy shots. Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
If your neighborhood was hit with recent rain, let Stevens Roofing check your roof before small issues turn into costly repairs. Storms can damage roofing materials long before you notice a leak. Stevens Roofing is locally owned, provides honest inspections, quality workmanship, and helps guide you through the insurance process. Don't wait for expensive interior damage. Call Stevens Roofing today, 210-785-0994. That's 210-785-0994 or visit stevensroofing.net.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQBar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQBar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ bar products, plus free shipping. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 9 plant protein bars, 8 hydration mixes, and 4 mushroom coffee sticks. And now you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping when you text RADIO to 64,000. Text RADIO to 64,000 to get your 20% off. That's RADIO to 64,000.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
So if I were to go up to McDonald's tonight and say I want the gangbang, they'd know what I'm talking about? Or would they call the cops?
You got to say the Mick. Otherwise, you get arrested.
The Mick
And then you got to.
Hey, what are you in for? Well, I wanted a gangbang at McDonald's.
A whole new term of the McRib.
Yeah, you got to throw the McRib in there, too.
Only for a limited time.
Holy cow.
You got to be careful in your wording. Phrasing is everything, Joe.
It is.
Phrasing is everything.
Phrasing.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime.
The one of the key things for the Spurs this season, this postseason, has been their rim defense.
Well,
you know, that
kind of goes without saying.
Yeah. Well, the Spurs led going into the game in points per 100 possessions in the paint. Spurs led all defenses 40.9 points per 100 possessions in the paint. That's pretty great, quite frankly. The Knicks put up 50 in game 1. The Spurs are now 3-6 in the playoffs when they allow at least 40 points in the paint. They are 9-1 when they hold teams below 40 points in the paint.
And you break that down even farther. I'd like to see the points in the paint with Wemby in and Wemby out, and the difference there, because I do think that.
Well, yeah, obviously it's very important that they get their points when he's out.
And the irony of this is the Knicks got here not because of point and paint play. They got here because they've been shooting threes at a rate that we have never seen since Golden State. I mean, Shamet and the likes have been hitting. Anunoby was shooting over 50% for a minute there.
But Rob,
and they haven't needed the paint. And then
Rob, you're wrong. This is why they have been shooting great, but they've also led all playoff teams in points in the paint. They're doing both.
Well, that's
how great
I'm
they've
saying.
been.
So the difference would be when you look at the guys that are leading in the league in points in the paint. Jalen Brunson's in the top 5.
Yeah.
And when Wemby is out, they are in the paint. I mean, they attack more than Oklahoma City did because they've got some dudes that can get to that can get in there. That's not going to change, man. That they are going to continue to go and get that. And I'm not sure that's not the better side of this. I'd much rather see them in the paint in this mess than get hot from outside, because we won't be able to keep up if they shoot like they did against Cleveland and Philadelphia.
I agree with that. I do think. I mean, I don't think they can. I don't think you want them constantly attacking the rim. But
I mean,
unless
when Wemby leaves, that's where they're going. And when Mitch is substituting, you better substitute appropriately. And if Wemby's gone, you better have your best on-ball defenders out there. You better have Castle out there. You better have the dude you trust to guard guys off the dribble at every position, because you know they're coming into the paint.
Yeah. One other thing that is I guess an effect of the Knicks winning game 1 is the price of tickets in New York for game 3 and 4.
Well, think of the combination they're dealing with right now. They've got the finals and World Cup.
Yeah.
They're all showing up in New York next week.
Well, also, the President of the United States is going to be a game 3.
Yeah. So the confluence of events is putting – I saw a ticket advertised in San Antonio, courtside, $120,000.
Yeah. StubHub says the demand for game 3 tickets at Madison Square Garden is analogous to the Super Bowl.
With a third the seats.
Yeah. which is a level of demand essentially unheard of for a playoff NBA game.
Not a closeout.
No, any NBA
game
playoff
3.
game, yeah. But game one, the game one win hyped people up. Demand for tickets at MSG Finals games surged to 5 times its usual pace. Get tickets for game 4, 10 times faster than usual. The cheapest ticket available for game 3 on StubHub in section 413, like get in the door for game 3, $7,517.
Ridiculous.
The average cost of for a month of rent in Manhattan is $5,181.
Well, think about here. You could buy a house. I'm not $120,000.
You know how many tacos that is?
Oh my gosh!
You'd buy a house.
I know. Fair Avenue.
No, well, I'm not saying I can tell you where the house would be.
Yeah.
You'd be able to buy a house kind of across the street from the Frost. I can tell you that. You might even get 2 of them.
Heck yeah.
Did you see Tim McMahon get in trouble for that?
With a yard.
No.
ESPN's Tim McMahon was on, I guess it was the day after the game, I guess yesterday.
Yeah.
Early, or maybe that night. And they were talking about, no, it was before the game 1. And they were saying, they were talking about Project Marvel. And they said, this is going to be the house that Wemby built when they get this all done. And of course, the Frost Center, where we are now, is the house where the house that Tim built. Yeah. And Tim McMahon goes, "You think he'd have chosen a better neighborhood?"
Oh no,
dude, that's pretty funny. Though. That is pretty funny.
Don't point out the obvious. We know.
Yeah.
We put the cart before the horse. It didn't work.
I'm telling. I did.
The land was cheap.
As I was driving out of the game the other day, the very first building that you come upon that looks like it would be a bar literally has plywood on the windows and spray paint on the plywood. That's crazy.
An absolute failed experiment.
It is. 2 Game 3 tickets in Section 12D, Row A.
MSG?
Yeah.
Okay.
$102,880 each for those
ticket?
tickets. So $102,880 for a ticket. You can get a 4-pack across the court in Section 5D, $419,000.
And that's not courtside.
No. These are like, this isn't. These are. They have the specialized seats that are considered the courtside seats. These are just regular old seats.
$100,000.
There will be no Spurs fans there.
There'll be a couple. I know a couple that are headed up there.
Yeah, there'll be 2.
4 Game 4 seats together. Row A, Section 11D. $162,944 each. Think about this. 1 year of tuition at NYU is $68,000. 1 year. So you're talking about
both semesters.
Yeah. So you're talking about 2 years of NYU for the price of a ticket.
That'll be for 3 hours of you being at the game.
The Knicks are auctioning off 2 courtside seats on Celebrity Row to raise money. The highest bid so far is $100,000. We'll see. And it says the crazy part is that might not be the top of the market either. Because if Game 4 becomes a closeout game, or if Game 6 is a closeout game at Madison Square Garden, it's going to be insane. But they also said that the team's home games. This is the mayor. What's his name? Mamdani.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Says the Knicks home games have driven $202 million in economic activity during the playoffs so far. And if the Knicks play in the finals, the total economic impact will be $465 million.
Add that on to
New York
World Cup
City.
rolling around in there. But on the other side of this, if you're worth $1 billion, you know how many of those tickets you can buy? 1,000.
That's true.
So, I mean, it's money. It doesn't matter. You've got $1 billion. $1,000 check ain't that much to write.
There were people who were wondering what was going on with the dude who ran on the court.
Oh, yeah. Was he a minor?
He's a minor. He's a juvenile.
He didn't look very happy on the way out.
He looked happy on the way in.
On the way in.
Bear County Sheriff says that he's charged with 2 misdemeanor counts of disrupting a lawful gathering and criminal charges. The NBA commissioner says that they've heightened surveillance, that the capabilities that will allow league security to get to the bottom of fan-related incidents almost instantly. and they'd already reviewed how the person trying to get a selfie got onto the court and where the breakdown in security was. And he says they're learning from. He says we see there's now an enormous platform for people to do stupid things, and we've got to just learn from every stupid thing that they try to do.
Yeah.
See, they've attacked the dildo side of things.
But he will.
But this we weren't ready for.
He is now never allowed back into an NBA arena, and in fact, there's two fans because he had a co-conspirator.
Somebody created a diversion.
Ever.
Lifetime
bans from all NBA arenas.
Unless he dyes his hair and grows a beard.
Yeah. Well, or he'll have to buy tickets under an assumed name.
Yeah. This is one of those where, he's gonna get in front of a judge, and he's gonna get some community service and do something silly. We're cops. I have some old cop friends that used to say, you can beat the rap, but you can't beat the ride.
You think they're going to rough him up a little?
I think, yeah, you might get some community service, but your friendly neighborhood friend in blue might extract a little bit of punishment on the way over to the courthouse.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Hope you're all right.
Did you trip? Oh, darn.
All right.
Did you break your nose?
Dang it.
1 hour down, 3 to go on a Friday. Morning Huddle 94.1.
San Antonio Sports Star is KTFM Floresville and streaming online at sasportstar.com.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
The future won't wait, neither should you. That's why American Public University offers affordable, flexible master's programs to keep you moving forward. American Public University, made for what's next. Learn more at apu.apus.edu.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinigle here for Window Nation. It is June. Summer is here along with those hot summer days, and that means constant AC use and high energy bills. It is time to upgrade your home's windows this month during Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 free sale. Imagine replacing all your windows with new energy-efficient ones and getting half of them for free. Plus, you could even get them with no money down and no monthly payment or interest for 2 years. Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Sale ends soon, so visit windownation.com to book that consultation.
Big color, bigger savings. Sherwin-Williams Super Sale is here. Get 40% off paints and stains June 5th through the 11th with prices starting at $30.89. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a data analyst.
Hey, what model did you use for these quarterly projections?
Astrology. If Mercury's in retrograde, sales tank. If Venus is rising, we crush Q4.
You built our revenue forecast off horoscopes?
Yeah, the Zodiac never lies.
This is the job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
The right tools aren't optional. They're how the job gets done right. That's why a lot of us run with Napa for tools and equipment we can count on. From Milwaukee fuel sets, sockets, and impacts that deliver real power when you need it, to Carlisle hand tools built for precision, durability, and everyday use. It's professional-grade gear that keeps your bays moving and your business running strong. So when you need the right tool, right now, you know where to go. Napa.
Now more people than ever can bring in their bill for a better deal at Verizon. Got AT&T or T-Mobile? We got you. Xfinity or Spectrum? You too. So tell your friends, your family, your quirky neighbor Jeff. Grab your megaphone and yell it from the rooftop. Get a better deal at Verizon. Because chances are anyone in shouting distance is included. Bring in your AT&T, T-Mobile, Xfinity, or Spectrum bill and we'll give you a better deal on the best network. Come by Verizon today. Best network based on root metrics, best overall mobile network performance, U.S. second half 2025. All rights reserved. Must provide recent consumer mobile bill in the name of the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Still working that one accident blocking two left lanes. This is going to be I-35 northbound at New Braunfels. This is about a 14-minute delay in the area. Another accident blocking the off-ramp, I-10 eastbound right there at Santa Rosa Street. We have another accident blocking the right lane, Loop 1604 eastbound at Bitters. Now we have some high water reported too as well. Loop 1604 westbound at Highway 281, and more high water reported at Alamo Street at Probant Street. I'm Alan Craig, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NBA, the Spurs get back to work tonight, trailing the Knicks 1-0 in the best-of-7 series. The Spurs tip tonight at 7:30 for Game 2. It'll be televised on ABC. In the NFL, the Houston Texans have signed Kalen Rutledge to his 4-year rookie deal. It includes a 5th-year team option. The signing leaves a 4th-round offensive guard Fabichi Nwawu as the final unsigned draft pick.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hello, friends. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The Spurs' 5 starters have 0 NBA Finals experience, but it's hard to imagine that they are not going to learn from Game 1. San Antonio's lowest scoring game in the first round of the 3 that Wemby played was Game 1 against Portland. Their lowest scoring game in round 2 was Minnesota.
Game 1
in Minnesota, and the lowest scoring game, at least regulation total, was Oklahoma City. They've been a slow starting team in these playoffs.
Well, they haven't made the same mistake twice, which is that's a spectacular. They fixed things. They found the problem, they fixed it, and went back to work, which is a ridiculous number to talk about. And their comebacks have not just been kind of comebacks; they're winning by 20 points. Or better in those next games.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty – if the Spurs score 95 points again, they're going to lose. The Spurs are not going to win a game against the Knicks 95-90. Like, if you score 95 points in this series, you're going to lose.
But for this, I think the Knicks can, because it'll be they're working on points per possession. I think the Spurs just need more possessions, and by more possessions they need, and that just translates to 110. And we know at 110 we're pretty comfortable with a win.
Do you know how many assists the Spurs had in Game 1?
I think I saw it was like 19,
16.
16, yeah.
Do you know what the lowest total they've had this season is?
I can't imagine it was much lower than that, but 14?
It was 16.
Yeah.
This was the lowest total all season. What if I told you the last time they had fewer assists in a game, March 11th, 2022, that is pre-Wemby.
Yeah, that's when, that's in the desert, man. Yeah. You don't count those stats.
That is not Spurs basketball.
No, it was. We talked hero ball early, no availability late, and that's all of those pile into those numbers where you can feel good about yourself because the numbers were so bad. When you get when you debrief and you look at the film and you lost by 10 and you go, it should have been by 30. I mean, look at the categories where you laid the eggs. It should have been, could have been so much worse, because there's no way we're going to do that again. Well, if we do that again, it will get that much worse, but you just don't expect that to happen.
Yeah, just a disastrous Game 1 showing. The defense, I think the defense has to be better. I know they held the Knicks to 100 points, but there's something to be said for the Knicks just also missed a bunch of shots too. But that offense, it is not sustainable. It will end this series very early if the offense doesn't make a massive leap.
And I think that's why we're all looking at the head of the snake. Point guard needs to control pace, limit the turnovers, get the ball in the paint, and do all those little things that create those 20-point wins after the embarrassing defeats that we've seen several times.
One other thing that I didn't like that the Spurs did, especially early in that game, was it felt like they were taking a lot of shots early in the clock, like unnecessary.
Well, that's taking what's given to you. You get that open shot, you think, well, it's not going to be any more open than this. Well, they did that on purpose, man. They want you to take that,
and that's
three at 18 seconds on the clock. Yeah,
several of those were De'Aaron, and the Knicks are saying, yeah, we want De'Aaron Fox to shoot
threes. Don't take that candy. Don't take it. You're going to have to fight through that and run your offense, not the offense they want you to do.
Yeah, quite frankly, I think the guys that they are the Knicks most want to shoot threes are De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama. And you're right,
just because it looks good doesn't mean it's good for you.
You got a puppy in that van? They just walked right in that van, and then the bad guy drove off.
And each were taking their shots for different reasons. I think De'Aaron's taking shots looking for the rhythm.
He's trying to find a heater.
And Wemby's taking the shots to win the game. Like, I'm the star, and I got to do this. So different motivations.
It's funny. I think Wemby's taking those shots because it's like, I can take this, or I can work a whole lot harder to get close to the basket.
That is up to. I think he's not thinking that, but that's what's happening. And I think he thinks he's giving 100% and taking the most appropriate shot because he's open. No, man. There's more to it than the individual shot. There's a continuum here. There's things you've got to do on the regular, so it'll allow you to do those great things in the fourth. You got to do these good things in the first.
Yeah, I think Wemby has to. He has to set a precedent that he is not a jump shooter. That can't be what the Knicks think of him. And if that's what he becomes in this series, Spurs aren't going to win this series.
I'll tell you, he's going to see a lot of wide open threes.
They're daring him to do that.
They're going to act like they're defending you, but they're going to wink when you get the ball out there, and they're going to have an eye on the rim to go get the ball clanking off.
And the same goes for Fox. Fox, Fox and Brunson. It's funny how similar their games are. They're guys who undersized guards who count. Like, they use quickness to try to get to the basket and make things happen around the rim.
Well, they do it different ways. Darren's quick. Jalen's a fire plug. But they both get to the same place.
But the difference is Jalen has a little bit more of an outside shot than Fox does.
Well, he didn't used to.
No?
The De'Aaron Fox that we traded for, the De'Aaron Fox that we saw a lot of, was hitting those 18-foot jump shots, daring you to come after him, and then finishing at the rim with free throws. So we just keep waiting for it to show up. And I don't think it's going to, because I think this injury, when we get past the season, whatever happens, we're going to find out that he was playing through a whole lot of pain.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, it'd be nice to know that there's a reason for it, but yeah, right now it's become very frustrating. All right, let's see. C-Note, I expect the Spurs to win tonight, but I can't promise anything in New York. Tonight will tell us a lot by the way they respond.
They're going to have to get one in New York. It's given, but they're going to have to get one sooner than later.
They have to get one of these first two in New York. Mm-hmm. I agree with that. But most importantly, they have to win tonight. If they don't win tonight, it does. I don't want to say it's over, but it's going to feel pretty over.
There's this urban legend about General Westmoreland in Vietnam. When the Tet Offensive began, he gathered all of his military brass together, and he told them, "Write your obituary. Go ahead and write it, because what we're about to go through, it's going to be one or the other. You're either going to live a hero or you're going to die a hero. So let's go ahead and get the dying out of the way. Write your obituary and play like you're already dead. You got to wake up today, and don't act like there's a safety net. Don't think that there's a game 4, a game 3, and a game 4. You have to win tonight. There's no more pressure-packed game than this one. You got an excuse when you land there in game 1 in New York. You don't want to get to game 4 down 3-0.
Oh no!
I mean, if you're already dead. So act like it tonight.
History says you're dead.
Yeah, and there is no other game than tonight. There is none. There isn't. Well, we lose. We're good enough to come back. No, even if you get one, coming home 3-1, that's enough. You're done. You're cooked. So you have to act like tonight, and you can play a little bit easier, but you got to act like every shot matters. And if the last one I miss, and we're done. We're done. We're not coming home.
Sam Quinn of CBS Sports wrote a story last night. Why it's time for the Spurs to start Dylan Harper over De'Aaron Fox.
There's valid arguments. I get him. I'd play all three, to be quite frank.
They talk about how he mentions the Spurs used to treat Manu Ginobili as their trump card. He'd come off the bench, and then he'd when someone had put the Spurs in some stress, all of a sudden they'd be like, all right, well, here's Ginobili.
Yeah.
And
yeah. We're talking about a Hall of Famer, one of the greatest ever do this. So
not a rookie.
Any comparisons are very difficult. Other than they play the same position and come in at the same time.
Yeah, but it says Ginobili came off the bench for 8 of the first 9 playoff games in 2005. When the Sonics tied the second-round series 2-2, Ginobili went into the starting lineup and never looked back. When they were down 0-2 to the Hornets in 2008, when the Thunder tied them in the second round 2-2 in 2012, 4 games into the 2013 finals against the Heat, Ginobili was the guy that they would put in the starting lineup and change things up. And it was never about, like, is he one of their 5 best players? He always was one of their 5 best players. That was never a question. But the question is a rookie going to be able to save you when you're the guy that you've got in the starting lineup now?
Well, they're not going to bench De'Aaron Fox.
That's kind of what I was feeling.
No, that doesn't mean the minutes dispersal won't be significantly different.
Okay.
But De'Aaron will be standing on the court when they tip. There is a certain protocol to life, especially in the NBA, and you don't do that. Now, he might get a quick whistle. He might be sitting and watching in a fourth, but he's going to be standing on a court when it starts. And if he's not, it's over here in San Antonio.
I will say it's the one thing I would say in argument for giving Harper more of Fox's run is because I talk about, remember game 1 and 2 against the Thunder when Castle had 20 turnovers. The Knicks aren't the Thunder. The Knicks do not turn the ball. They do not force turnovers the way the Thunder do. So, like, it's not as tough an assignment it's not as tough for Steph or Dylan to handle the ball as it would have been against OKC.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it would have been crazy to do it, without an injury against OKC. Now, I can see an argument for it. I don't think it happens.
I think they need to figure a way. And one of our greatest strengths is when all 3 of those guys are in at the same time. It's one of those matchups that, when applied at the correct time, is very difficult to stop if 2 of those 3 are effective on offense. If 2 of those 3 are hitting shots mid-range and further, that opens the lane for the other 2, and suddenly our offense spits off 6-8 points at a clip. You know what I mean? But it has to be appropriate to the matchups. And I do think we're most effective when we can do that. And I do think that there are matchups available to us with the Knicks where we can do that. We didn't in game 1 for I don't know whatever reason. I know pick and rolls seem to open up a little bit more with Wemby when he is playing essentially the only big on the court. It seems to work better. I don't know why, but Dylan and Wemby have a knack at the pick and roll. And we didn't get enough of that last night or the last game because Dylan wasn't in the game to do it, and Wemby was too flat-footed to apply himself. I think that's going to be a significant change, and that's going to require Dylan on the court.
Was there a world where and I know they didn't do it a whole lot this year, but instead of Vassell being out there, you go with Dylan, Castle, and Fox on the floor at the same time?
The variable has been when we were dealing with bench play, we had Keldon supplying a fair amount of offense.
Yeah.
It was unstructured offense. It was, offensive rebound putback offense. It was loose ball dribble 3-point Keldon offense. It was energy plays where he could go do his energetic stuff when the bench dudes were in, and our guards could go do the structured stuff. And we saw a lot of points come that way. Well, without Keldon providing that diversion, that other guy on the other side of the court, our benches had a difficult time finding the basket. I mean, they just aren't getting there, and that's created tension on the front guards and made De'Aaron have to play even more because we're just not finding the offense when all those guys have been because Keldon hasn't been able to produce on the weak side.
All right, we'll continue more Spurs talk. We got other stuff to talk about today as well. I got to tell you about the San Antonio Gunslingers. They are back in action next Saturday. That's June 13th, 4 o'clock at the Freeman. And the Gunslingers taking on the New Mexico Chupacabras. Oh, yes, a big rivalry matchup against the Chupacabras. Indoor football, so you don't have to worry about, pitting out. It's going to be nice and cool inside the Freeman. High-flying touchdowns, big-time hits. It is a fast game. It is a fun game, and you are right on top of the action. Great place to take the kids. They're going to have a good time there. And again, you'll never be able to get your kids this close to an NFL football game. I mean, they are right on top of things. It is a blast. Get your tickets now, sagunslingers.com, or you can go to the Freeman Coliseum box office. That's Saturday, June 13th. The Gunslingers taking on the Chupacabras at the Freeman. Guns up, San Antonio.
Now more people than ever can bring in their bill for a better deal at Verizon. Got AT&T or T-Mobile? We got you. Xfinity or Spectrum? You too. So tell your friends, your family, your quirky neighbor Jeff. Grab your megaphone and yell it from the rooftop. Get a better deal at Verizon. Because chances are anyone in shouting distance is included. Bring in your AT&T, T-Mobile, Xfinity, or Spectrum bill, and we'll give you a better deal on the best network. Come by Verizon today. Best network based on root metrics, best overall mobile network performance, U.S. second half 2025. All rights reserved. Must provide recent consumer mobile bill and the name of the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
Coaches, dads, moms, working parents. Ever try taking a work call while the kids are running wild through the house? There's finally a better way to work and parent. Introducing Co-Play Cove, San Antonio's first co-working plus childcare experience designed for modern families. Grab coffee, answer emails, take meetings, or just breathe for a minute while your child safely learns and plays nearby. Learn more now at Co-Play Cove and visit the events page today for upcoming Father's Day activities.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
We're living through a monetary crime scene, and your IRA or 401k is a key victim. Hi, Dr. Ron Paul here. In 1971, gold was $35 an ounce. After the dollar was cut loose from it, inflation soared. And in just 9 years, gold hit $850. People who diversified into precious metals survived and thrived. Today, we're in a worse position because we face inflation and massive debt. Fortunately, gold is still an option. My trusted friends at Birch Gold Group can help you own gold inside your retirement account. Plus, you pay 0 penalties on the transfer. Start now by getting a free info kit on gold. Text the word SECURE to 989898. We're facing the same monetary chaos as the 70s with significantly more debt. Get your free info kit from Birch Gold. Just text SECURE to the number 989898.
This is Officer Green with the San Antonio Police Department. SAPD is always hiring. Are you interested in a rewarding career that offers great pay, benefits, respect, and a chance to make a difference? Then visit sapdcareers.com if you are looking for a career with opportunities. The SAPD is looking for qualified applicants committed to keeping the Alamo City safe. This is your chance to make a difference. Become one of San Antonio's finest. Visit sapdcareers.com. For eligibility requirements, visit sapdcareers.com.
You could win unmatched views of the match during the Twin Peaks Go for the Gold giveaway presented by Michelob Ultra and Casamigos. Visit TwinPeaksSoccer.com to enter for your chance to win by June 14th. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we're going to get you ready for a big Game 2 NBA Finals Spurs-Knicks.
Our run of having former Spurs with rings continues as Antonio Daniels will be on The Blitz to get you ready for Game 2.
He's going to make us all feel better about Game 2. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The Spurs and the Knicks. This is where you come to talk about the finals. 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Oh, yeah. It's a Friday. Yay.
This is like the Gotham City Remax.
Oh, it's futuristic, Rob. Take us into the future, Vic.
Yeah.
Did you get your tickets for the, what is it, the Iliad that broke yesterday that crashed all the servers?
No.
People trying to get tickets to that new movie. The Odyssey, yeah.
Really?
Crash servers? Who'd have thought?
All right. Well,
I like movies with swords.
I guess. I don't know. How long is that movie going to be? I can't go to a theater and watch a 4-hour movie.
Oh, no.
I'm going to need a lot of popcorn.
Got to be 2 hours or less.
I don't want to do that.
How long it is.
I don't want to do that. Hey, Vic.
Talk to me.
You use DoorDash or Uber Eats? Where do you get your food delivered from?
It would be DoorDash, but I've only done it like twice. I always go get it.
Okay, good. Good.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure this wasn't you. A DoorDash driver says a routine food delivery turned into a nightmare. She went to drop off food, and she was met at the door by a naked man.
Well, I had shorts on. I wasn't naked.
I bet this happens every day.
The woman dropped the order and tried to go back to her car, but the man allegedly jumped out, grabbed her, restrained her, and pressed himself against her as she tried to escape.
Ugh, he was all sweaty.
He also allegedly grabbed her buttocks and yelled at her as she left.
What'd he yell?
I don't know.
That was your tip?
I don't know.
Was
Yeah,
she
here's
hot?
here's the tip. Here's the tip. Here's the tip.
Here's the tip.
The driver managed to get back to her vehicle and call 911. Police say the suspect, 20-year-old Jamar Carter, initially denied ordering the food and claimed he wasn't even home. But, of course, we live in 2026 where they've got
video of something.
I mean,
right?
they found evidence that the DoorDash order had been placed from his phone that was at his house.
Right.
So he's now been arrested and charged with attempted kidnapping and attempted sexual battery. The case remains under, can you imagine you're a DoorDash?
Don't you think this happens every day?
I can't imagine. Because again.
Well, the guy that delivered your Starbucks the other day, he was outside. And I remember thinking, this guy's lost. Should I flash him?
All I'm thinking is, the Uber the guy who was getting Ubers and murdering people, and then of course, they trace it right back to your Uber.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard to do crime when you order up a victim on your phone. Of course you're going to get caught. So I can't imagine. Even the dumbest criminals have to go that won't work.
One of the things my daddy always said is, do not try to make sense out of nonsense. You can't.
Man.
I mean, that guy, you're an idiot.
I guess so. I mean, he's clearly an idiot, but how do you request someone to come to your house on your phone and then say, no, I didn't do that?
Yeah, wasn't me.
Yeah, it was.
Well, how'd you...
All right.
Someone hacked my Uber Eats account? Yes, a naked man.
We're going to take you to the stupid
Are you banned
prison.
from DoorDash?
We're going to take you to that prison where we don't even really have a lock on the gate, but you won't try to open it. We're going to take you to that stupid prison.
All you got to do, we write push on the sign, and it's
you'll
a pull
never get
door.
out.
Oh, yeah.
You'll never get out. So we'll put you there.
Yeah.
The dude named Tiny.
Tiny. Well, yeah, I have a hard time because even I've got kids, so I know what it's like to be around stupid people.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I feel like even my kids would go.
I worked in retail.
I get caught doing that.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a big difference between stupid and dumb.
Yeah.
Kids are just dumb.
Yeah.
They got common sense, but they're dumb.
Well, this is no common sense, no brain, nothing. I say I can't imagine it happens very often, but
It happens.
This is the downside to being a social media influencer. Jesse and Ashley Ridgway. Are you familiar with them? No. Jesse, who is better known online as McJugger Nuggets,
Oh, McJuggernuggets.
Yeah, everybody knows McJuggernuggets.
Good heaven. What?
But McJuggernuggets and his wife have a pretty large online following here. And they are, unsurprisingly, catching some grief today. McJuggernuggets and his wife have opened up about a devastating family decision. They terminated a pregnancy after learning that their unborn child had Down syndrome. Listen, I've never been in this, I've never been in those shoes. That feels like such a heavy decision to make privately, but to make it like an internet bit feels a little...
Yes, but
not wise.
Well, that's them going to work. You know what I mean?
I guess.
That's the only way you're making money. You got to go to work.
Wow. He says he initially felt optimistic about raising a child with a condition, but later learned more about the potential health complications and lifelong challenges often associated with the disorder. And Jesse's, excuse me, I don't know why I keep saying Jesse. I meant McJuggernuggets. Says that the decision it was not made lightly. He's 33 years old. He acknowledged that some followers may disagree with the decision, but he and Ashley ultimately believed it was the best choice for their family. Described it as extremely traumatic and said Ashley underwent the procedure earlier this week. In addition to the recovery, Jesse says the emotional impact has been very difficult for both of them, and they're hopeful to have another child in the future. Ooh, those are that's another, that last line. Not one I would have included in my my statement, just because it's like.
I'm not a bioethicist. I don't know.
I didn't think about it the way you just said it, where you post that so you can get clicks.
I gotta go to work, man.
Wow. All I was thinking is like, man, it's a ballsy move to be like a very public
it is
couple
that.
and then do that. But
it is that. But on that side of things, there's lots of people that run into that situation, and I have no idea how I would respond. I don't want to. I'm not going to say one way or the other what I would do, but I do think it whatever their decision meant, if it helps somebody somewhere, either one way or the other, I'm all for it. But because that's so absolutely difficult, and I do believe at the end of the day it's so personal.
Yeah,
you do put yourself out there, but if it helps somebody go through it, I'm not going to be anti. It's just one of those icky situations that I never thought I'd have to be a part of. Could be.
That just feels like a decision that. I'd say, you know what, we could make a lot of money off this decision, but we'd be taking a lot of grief for it. I would rather just deal with this our own way. Listen, I'm not here to tell you what to do with your, I'm
not going to lean, but I do.
But
I do go
think,
to work, man.
I do think there's some. If you're going to do those things, maybe don't post about it on the internet. Is all I'm thinking. McJuggernuggets.
So that's how you get paid.
Yeah. Alexander says that's a decision you should have kept private. I agree. Aaron said they missed out on a blessing. My daughter brings us so much.
Oh, I know. I can't even imagine. I don't want to say what I would or cast aspersions either way. That's a very ridiculously personal decision.
But it just feels like it should have remained personal.
That's just, you got to get the clicks, baby. Got to get the clicks.
All right. I got to tell you know what I got to tell you about Game Day Men's Health. And Game Day Men's Health, the thing about them is they know that if you're a man, going to the doctor is not always easy or fun or a delight because they don't know how to treat you. They treat you like a number, and we don't want to be treated like a number. We want to be treated like an individual. And if you are worried about something, maybe you're starting to have low energy, maybe your sex drive isn't what it used to be, whatever it is, a lot of it can come down to testosterone. And at Game Day Men's Health, Alamo Ranch, out there on Wiseman Boulevard. They've got another one in Cibolo shirts. And if you go out there, they know what you're dealing with. They make the process easy, and it's as simple as this. It's a 3-step thing. You're going to get a testosterone test done on the spot. They've got a lab in-house. You're going to sit down with a licensed provider. They're going to customize a treatment plan for you, and then they're going to start you up, and they can start you on the same day. And within a month, you could notice more energy, better mood, better a boost in your libido. Like Vic knows about this. Vic's done this, and he's seen the difference. Don't settle. Be the best version of yourself. 830-376-9100. 830-376-9100 for Game Day Men's Health, Alamo Ranch.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Well, good Friday morning. Still working that one accident. 2 left lanes are blocked. This is going to be I-35 northbound at New Braunfels. About a 16-minute delay. Stop and go traffic now back from St. Mary's. We have a disabled vehicle blocking the right shoulder. 281 southbound at Bassey Road. And then let's talk high water, shall we? Loop 1604 eastbound at Highway 281. So please be careful right there. Also, Loop 1604 westbound at Highway 281, high water reported there. I'm Alan Craig, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Red Diamond Tea.
Go ahead, sip into summer with Red Diamond. Fresh brewed with just 3 simple ingredients: tea, water, and sugar. Always cold and ready in the refrigerated section. Red Diamond Fresh Brewed Tea. The perfect sip does exist.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Hey, dude, you didn't tell me that you wrecked it, and it looks wrecked. How much was the insurance check? $8,000. Yeah, did y'all spend it on fixing it, or did you put it in your pocket? Well, you know, my cousin, just stop there. Just stop there. All I needed to know is $8,000 insurance and a cousin.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Some people reach a line and stop. Some hit a wall and turn around. Then there are the ones who cross the line, climb the wall, face obstacles, and turn them to their advantage. That's where we come in. We're the next rodeo. We design bold marketing that drives real growth. A creative partner for businesses ready to push forward beyond what's expected. The Next Rodeo. Learn more at thenextrodeo.com.
I've taken up candle making.
Nigel, the whole office smells like wet dog and gym socks.
My nose is highly refined.
Folks, if your home smells a little off, it might be your AC. Portamoon's Breathe Easy package pulls and deep cleans your blower motor, blower wheel, and housing, cleans your coil in place, disinfects the inside of your AC cabinet, and installs a UV light to help zap bacteria and other nasties hiding in your unit. All for just $6.95.
Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 210-651-5899. License number TACLA 141-074-EM16004.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQ Bar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ Bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 9 plant protein bars, 8 hydration mixes, and 4 mushroom coffee sticks. And now you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping when you text RADIO to 64,000. Text RADIO to 64,000 to get your 20% off. That's RADIO to 64,000.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
After the blockbuster trade sending Myles Garrett to the Rams earlier this week, the two sides have reworked his deal. It now goes through 2030 and includes an increase in total compensation for the 2026 season, which was previously $31.5 million and included in-game roster bonuses. Finally, the Green Bay Packers reached an agreement with wide receiver Christian Watson. He's got a 4-year deal worth $110 million with an extension that includes $31 million in the signing bonus.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
El Wemby.
Number 1.
Go, Spoon, go! Go, Spoon, go!
No. No.
I think I like the first one.
No.
I wonder what Keldon's going to have on his boombox today. I don't think it's this.
Is Keldon still on the team?
You know, it's funny how much abuse De'Aaron's taken, and the absentee soldier has been Keldon consistently.
Yeah.
This is going to be a conversation that I really think is more saved for when the season is done.
Yeah.
Than where we are now, because when we add up what we did and how we did it in the playoffs, sadly, Keldon is not going to be part of the equation.
No.
He has been a non-entity most of the time. And some of it you can attribute to matchups. He's just not. Others, I don't know. But he has been schemed out of every series. He has not been a weapon.
Well, he also hasn't even really tried to be. Like he's tried not, like he hasn't.
I don't know, man. I mean, you can only play the minutes you get in, but the minutes that he's getting in as the 6th, 7th man have not been effective. He's hit some shots. I'm not mad at everything he's done, but he certainly hadn't been what he was during the regular season, where he was a legitimate difference maker. When he came in, the plus minus went his direction, where for the next 7 minutes, the effort he provided rippled to the other 4 guys on the court, and we did what we do, and we have not been able to do what we do with him.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it is frustrating that Keldon was so great and such a difference maker, and has just been a ghost.
There's still time.
Yeah,
but not much.
Yeah, I will say there was. Would you say how surprising has Keldon's performance this year been to you?
Extraordinary. No one saw it coming.
Okay. Then is there a world where, and again, I hate to go back to something I've talked about a lot, we take a small sample size versus what we've seen historically and go, oh, wow, maybe he is more of what he was before this season than.
I think some of it is
caught lightning in a bottle for 65 games.
He is the most senior Spur, and he is the most professional in that he's been doing this the longest.
Well,
he's the most senior Spur, other than the longest tenured.
Yeah, longest tenured,
other than new dude. But what I'm getting at is he does one thing, and he has refined that one thing into this 8-minute bursts of activity. And he wasn't a starter, and he's turned himself into something ridiculous. The next step will be once people have film on you. It's really easy to be Keldon when you're playing a team on a Tuesday night that hadn't seen you all year, and it's really just defending the first 4 guys. And we'll worry about Keldon. We'll do a little film work ahead of time. Guys will we'll look at the tape and see what he does. But for the most part, our game plan is attacking Wemby, dealing with the guards and all that stuff. And Keldon, if he comes in and gets 15 points, well, we'll kind of live with that. But those 15 points have helped us win a lot of basketball games, and it got him 6th man. Now there's film on you. And now you're playing the same guy 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and we know you, and there's no plan B with him. Effort has not been enough. There's not a go-to. He's undersized to rebound, so rebounding's always been difficult for him. And he lives off offensive rebounds, attacking the rim and that kind of stuff, and it's just not been there for him. And I don't know if it's entirely his fault, but I do know that size and maybe some conditioning have been an issue.
Well, that could be. And, it could just be gassed. It's a long season. Keldon's been on this team for a long time, and Keldon's never played this deep into a season.
All of this is playing into what has been a net negative from that 6-man position. Our bench is shorter. It's called rotations to change. Defensive assignments have had to been altered because there's some things he's just not been able to do, considering him in there with Will instead of Wemby.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if he can play a factor tonight.
Better.
Somebody's got to step up. I don't know who it's going to be. I remember last week I was talking about Game 6 Clay and who's going to step up and be the dude. Somebody needs to step up tonight and be the dude because and when I say step up and be the dude, like it goes without saying that Wemby has to be better than Wemby was, because if Wemby does what he did again, this you could forget it.
Well, if he does what he does again, we better have 7 guys in double figures. You know what I mean? I mean, if he comes out and plays that kind of basketball game, and again, remember, Even the bad game had 26 points, 8 rebounds, 4 blocks, and all that. Even the bad game had that. If he's going to play that style, and which really I would prefer to have 5, 6, 7 guys in double figures.
Yeah.
That is the truest prescription for winning. The second is Wemby go off. That's the second best thing we can do. I would ideally like to see Wemby in such a dominant position that he'll reflect back on what he said after his last terrible game is, I have to be more supportive to my fellow players. I have to set them up as well. I have to share what I have. And I think once he gets that mentality, then he can get in the paint, kick the ball, and do all the things that we want him to do.
Was Game 3 against OKC his really bad game?
That would have been home here. I think it was Game 2.
No, because they lost Game 3. So because I remember
it was 3. Then.
After he had his disaster game, I asked you, I was like, man, if he has another one like this, we're gonna the whole narrative about Wemby changes.
Yeah, and he stepped.
And then he stepped up and had a great Game 4. I think that's what it has to be here. He has to step up and have a great Game 2 because Game 1 was such an outlier poor performance for him.
And again, an outlier poor performance was 26 points. Nearly, so we know what to expect from him. The rest of the world can be impressed with that.
But it's the most shots he's missed.
Yeah,
it's the most
ugly.
turnovers he's had. It was
terrible.
like that. I mean, I think if all you're looking at is the points he scored, it's bad, but it's good, but it's.
I mean, it just tells you can fall out of bed, dude, and get 25.
Yeah.
I mean, you can fall out of bed and do that. What you got to do is be great in every particular box. You got to be great with a shot block. You got to be great with assists. You got to be even greater with turnovers, dude. You got all those little things can add up to 7 guys in double figures where there is no double team to be had. It doesn't matter who has the ball; they're going to score on you.
You know who had something to say about Victor Wembanyama, Hector Banana Bread? Charles Barkley. Here's what Chuck had to say about Victor Wembanyama.
All right, Chuck, good question. Big Cat playing aggressive, Big Wemby playing aggressive. Who comes out better?
Cat.
Because you sure about that?
Yeah, because Wemby's not an aggressive player. Shaq, one of your biggest problems is...
He's aggressive at times. At times.
One of your biggest problems is, as much as I love you, you always put your brain in other people. Everybody's not aggressive. You can't. Now, let me tell you something.
When he played aggressive last year, he had 42 points.
He did. One game.
Okay, so
he only had 21 in Game 7. He ain't like you. Now, listen. First of all, if he had your damn brain, we'd have to. No, he can't play with us. We'd have to make his. He gonna play in their own league by himself. We're going to start a new league. You think everybody has your personality? Wemby's a nice kid. He can be aggressive at times, but he ain't that guy who gets to the gym and says, I'm going to take everybody's lunch money every day. He needs to get going and going and going.
He's right. But it is possible for both to be true.
I agree.
I think both of them have a point, but Charles is right. That is not his buildup. It's not.
And he's also right that if Wemby had Shaq's mindset, I mean, he would be an otherworldly.
But my retort to that would be, if Shaq had Wemby's body, Shaq wouldn't have done what he did. He'd have done
might be
Wemby
true.
things.
That
He'd
might
have
be
been
true.
dribbling up the court and taking threes too.
Here's a continuation from Chuck.
In his first NBA final, felt out, had to feel this out.
No, it had nothing to do with feel out. He don't.
I'm just saying,
he don't have. Listen, he is a great. He's a great player. But Shaq was asking me about his aggressiveness. He's not an aggressive player. You can't assume. Shaq is an aggressive person. Wemby, he's like I say, he had 42 one game, then he had 21 in a Game 7. He's just not everybody. We can't make everybody.
But he's been averaging 30 against the Knicks. I mean, I get what you're saying, but his overall
30 ain't gonna get it done.
No, I'm just saying if he's I will agree that Cat is playing unbelievable.
Yes, he is.
But an aggressive Cat and aggressive Wemby wins.
Well, we don't have to. We don't have to agree.
That's what I was waiting for, Kenny.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think both can be true. But Wemby is not built like Shaq. But I don't hold that against him. He's capable of doing so many different things than Shaq could have ever dreamed of.
It's funny,
but I do wish he was. I'm going to take your lunch money today. I am the king of the hill, and everybody come on. I wish there was that. And until he kind of fills out, It's not going to be.
It's funny. I kind of thought that he, like, when he elbowed Naz Reid in the face, I kind of thought maybe we'd turned a corner and they'd unleashed something.
Well, that was just frustrating. That was childish. That wasn't aggression.
Yeah.
That was childish.
No, you're right.
And there's a difference there. He was lashing out. He's not Michael, but who was? He ain't Charles. I agree.
He ain't a killer.
No, but he can kill. He ain't a killer, but he can kill. And I think that's what we're just going to have to deal with. And I would put him in the same boat. You brought it up earlier. I'd put him in. LeBron ain't a killer either.
Nope.
But he has killed a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I will give him the benefit of the doubt. But I do agree with Barkley. He ain't going to turn into just like, I'm going to rip the rim off and put it around your neck kind of dude. That's just not him.
I wouldn't mind seeing some of that, though.
I mean, every coach would like to see that out of every player, but it just ain't there.
C-Note says 1 loss and all the slander, bleep talking about Wemby. I mean,
a loss creates opportunity to discuss the obvious.
Yeah.
And just because there are flaws in a 22-year-old kid's game, that's not slanderous. That's just truth-telling. Dude, there are things you've got to do to get better. You know it, I know it, and it's periodically exposed. That's not a crime.
And I also, I think Wemby, because I do think Wemby is, he's mature enough in the game at least to understand that he played poorly in game 1. I think he's probably criticizing himself. I'm sure he's probably had to meditate on things or whatever he does, however he's got to get to.
The proof has been in the pudding. The next game, whether it be concussion, injury, or just flopping around bad play, he has always come back with a mindset that Barkley wants. This dude's mad now. But the thing is, you got to get him mad. You don't just turn him loose. And that's one of those things that a lot of coaches are going to be chasing from him from now on because they know full well, dude, if at 7'5", if you just turned it up to 10 every time you set foot on the court, like Barkley said, we'd have to change the league, man. That we couldn't play with you. There's no way we could compete with that. And I think everybody, until he retires, is going to be chasing that mentality.
And then C-Note says he comes out, has a 40-burger, dominates the narrative, will change. Well, yeah, of course it will.
Well, the narrative will be now stack it, hero. Now do it again, hero, because stars do it again and again and again and again.
Welcome to being a face of the league.
Yeah, man, I don't feel bad for him.
You like when you're great. Trust me. When like there are still people like what Rob is saying. 26 points. What are we complaining about? There are those people who will, when you're that level of a dude, you'll have people defend you no matter what, and you will have people criticize you no matter what. And when you have success, it gets magnified probably more than it should. And when you have failures, it certainly gets magnified more than it should. And you mentioned LeBron James. I don't think anybody's dealt with it more than LeBron James. Yeah. Like when LeBron James does, when he has accomplished things, he's probably gotten even more credit than he deserves for it. And when he has failed to accomplish things, he certainly carried more of the load of it than he should. And that's it. You can say it's unfair, but that is life as a superstar in sports, period.
Anywhere. But if you're endowed with great things, great's expected, brother. You better live up to it.
Particularly in the NBA, which is the game where you are out there, your face is on TV, people know who you are, and you can't hide when you're 7 foot a million and walking around like Big Bird on that court. People are going to notice every little thing, fair or not. So I hope for Wemby's sake that he's able to bounce back, and I hope for Wemby's sake that he's able to mentally overcome having the game one that he did.
This is one of those turning points, and if he doesn't live up to it, he's going to have a long time to listen to it and figure out a way to overcome it. And there have been players of equal stature, of equal heat, of equal promise who have burned up in the injury, who have literally flamed out and disappeared with this kind of pressure. So if it happens to him, he won't be the first. But, the expectation is this dude was born for it, and he'll come back and do it.
Yep. SR says, Wemby will always be a tall man, will never play like a big man. We need to accept that as a Spur fan.
That's a very well-spoken term. He's a tall man who doesn't want to play big.
I hope that when you say he will never play like a big man, I hope that's not true.
Oh, he'll get bigger. He's going to turn into Giannis. He's going to thicken up.
He'll get slower. Like sometimes your game forces you.
Everybody. Magic ended up playing center at the end of his career. Everybody, the older you get, the closer you get to the rim. It's just part of the way the world works. So he'll get there.
Yeah, I hope that's not the case. But I hope it doesn't take to get to the end of his career to do it, because I do think even with his body type the way it is now, he has the potential to dominate.
I hope he does it out of the natural maturation of a basketball player and not out of reaction to terrible losses. You know what I mean? Like, I either change or I go down in flames. I hope it's just the natural maturation of a great player becoming what his body should be.
See, I hope he does it as a want to dominate.
Yes, not in reaction to terrible losses.
Yeah.
Like, I got to fix this or I'm ruined. No, go win and get better every year. That's what LeBron has done. He added to his game every year. The greats have always done it. I expect the same from you.
Yeah, Gunter says, man, if you're doubting Wemby at this point, something's wrong with you. No one's doubting Wemby. It's just, are you doubting whether, and it's not, I guess it's not even doubt. It's more, is he capable of doing something else? You know, is he capable of
pass the test and take another one?
Yeah,
you keep progressing, man, and until you pass it, there's always doubt.
And everybody there's doubt on everybody until they do it, and then you go, okay, now we've seen him do it.
Next,
so I don't feel like I'm doubting Wemby, but I am saying prove it.
Well, I think we're all there. I'm not doubting you, but I'm leaving room for doubt. You know, I don't doubt you today, but and that doesn't mean you have to be absolutely successful this year and win a title and be, finals MVP and all that. We just need to see you get better every time you get out on the court in a series, every new possibility you need to overcome. And sometimes that doesn't mean winning a title, but in this situation, it does. You do what we expect, we will win a championship.
Yeah, Cheese Luis says Wemby doesn't have his sidekick yet.
Oh, he does. He's got two of them.
I don't know what you think. I don't know what you think's coming.
I think he's talking about another big, another running mate, a protector, a personal power forward, big old boy.
That would be nice.
And it's that who said that? That's coming, brother.
Yeah, I hope so. But
he might be playing in high school, but it's coming.
Yeah, they need some. They need some beef. This team needs some beef. Really, what they need, Rob, is the same two things they needed going into last year's draft. They need someone to do dirty work, big man stuff. And they need shooting.
But when Dylan Harper falls in your lap,
you
take
it and you
say we'll find that stuff later.
Kick that can down the road for another year, and
so
I don't blame them one single
we
bit.
Ain't mad at them, but you're right.
Because that was,
exactly
that was mindset. My mindset going into last year's draft was they've got to get someone to do big man stuff, and they've got to get shooting. And then they won the lottery or got second in the lottery. It's like, okay, well,
drafted Yoda.
No, just take Dylan Harper, and then next year we'll find a shooter or a big man, whatever it is. But yeah, that's the needs remain the same for the Spurs.
And it's been very much exposed, and it will continue to be exposed. There's a missing data point with an expert shooter, a sniper, and a frontline athletic rebounder. It's just not there.
Yeah. And Claymore brings up the best word for it. It's criticism, not doubt. And
very well said.
It is. You should be critical of Wemby right now because he's in this growth phase where he's becoming what he's going to become. If you're not willing to criticize it, then.
Well, I think we know what we expect from Wemby. We know what we expect from De'Aaron. We know all that. I think the thing that we have not really focused on, the vagaries of all this, is this coaching staff. Are they up to this task? I mean, we know the players, for whatever reason, have or haven't been there in certain times. But I do know this, that every time Mitch has gotten punched in the face and looked like he needed a 10 count, he's stood up and kept fighting. So, but I do think there have been a lot of lessons learned. And again, when we do our debrief, when he gets to sit down with Brian Wright and RC and all the old heads, and they go game by game, there are going to be some questions about why exactly was Dylan sitting there? What exactly were you thinking? And if you had to do it again, what would you do? Those would be the kind of questions I would be asking myself, and I would be asking my assistants. What exactly led us to this? And how do we avoid a situation where our leading scorer and assist guy is sitting and watching in the fourth quarter? How did we get here? So those are the kind of things. I'm not mad at you, Mitch, but that was a mistake.
Well,
fix that.
And it's like I said yesterday, the guy sitting across from him, Mike Brown, has 4 rings as an assistant. Has seen this up, and he's taken losses as a head coach in the finals before, but he's been there and done it, and he knows what it takes to win.
And has been criticized. Just like Mitch deserves some.
Plenty of crow.
Brown has had to take some criticism and getting fired weeks in and years into jobs. I'm not mad at Mitch, but we certainly do have some criticisms.
Gunter Forever says Wemby isn't the problem. Fox is the problem right now. Fox worries me. I mean, Fox has not escaped criticism on this show since game 1, certainly. But if you think Wemby had a good game, you're just wrong. They were both awful, and both of them have to be better. But the truth is, no one is talking about De'Aaron Fox's long-term legacy in the game because De'Aaron Fox is never in 20 years, De'Aaron Fox isn't going to be a guy that's talked about with the Wilts and the Kareems and the Shaqs and the Hakeems. Wemby is. And that's whose legacy is at stake in this, sadly, not De'Aaron Fox.
But De'Aaron's the head of the snake, and as he goes, Wemby goes.
Yeah. But if Jordan had lost in the finals, no one would blame Steve Kerr or even Scottie Pippen. It would be Jordan lost in the finals. All right, halfway there on a Friday. Morning Huddle 94.1.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Well, good morning. We have an accident blocking the left lane, 281 southbound at Loop 410. Stop and go traffic now back from Bitters. Another accident blocking two left lanes, 35 northbound at New Braunfels. This is about a 15-minute delay. Stop and go traffic now back from St. Mary's. Another accident blocking the right lane, Loop 1604 westbound at Gold Canyon. Stop and go traffic now back from Green Mountain Road. We do have some high water in the right lane, though. This is going to be I-10, lower level, northbound between Colorado and Cincinnati. And then some more high water reported, 281 southbound under Jones-Maltzberger, north intersection, okay? So be careful. I'm Alan Craig, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Staples has hundreds of ways to grow your business this spring, like spectacular signs, brilliant brochures, eye-popping posters, mouth-watering menus, and more. Shop now through June 13th and save up to $150 on all your custom prints. Staples, that was easy.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
So without LSD, Pink Floyd wouldn't be Pink Floyd?
I would agree.
Kind of happened with me with weed in college. I had my Pink Floyd moment, sat in Indian style in my dorm room and listened to some Floyd, and I felt it. I was like in it. I've never seen God, but I did see Pink Floyd.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
This Father's Day, join the Blitz Live at Coldplay Cove in Stone Oak. Enjoy Dad and Me sports activities, coffee tastings, giveaways, raffles, and family fun built for modern families. Grab your tickets now through the events page at coldplaycove.com.
Now more people than ever can bring in their bill for a better deal at Verizon. Got AT&T or T-Mobile? We got you. Xfinity or Spectrum? You too. So tell your friends, your family, your quirky neighbor Jeff. Grab your megaphone and yell it from the rooftop. Get a better deal at Verizon. Because chances are anyone in shouting distance is included. Bring in your AT&T, T-Mobile, Xfinity, or Spectrum bill, and we'll give you a better deal on the best network. Come by Verizon today. Best network based on root metrics, best overall mobile network performance, U.S. second half 2025. All rights reserved. Must provide recent consumer mobile bill in the name of the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
My name is Ariel. When I arrived in the U.S. at 19, I struggled to find job opportunities without my high school diploma. My entire life changed when I took a chance and got my high school diploma at age 22. Everything I have, my education, my career, my marriage, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and my teachers. They were with me every step of the way, helping with my English and math, making sure I push through all the challenges.
Ariel, your success proves that what I'm doing as a teacher has real meaning.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs.
it inspires me.
Education was the key that unlocked all my opportunities.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Big color, bigger savings. Sherwin-Williams Super Sale is here. Get 40% off paints and stains June 5th through the 11th with prices starting at $30.89. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Support comes from Amazon Business. Free your team from time-consuming procurement tasks. Discover smart business buying where unmatched selection meets AI-driven tools to simplify complex processes so you can focus on what matters most. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Giving your liver a spring cleaning is easy with Active Liver from New Nordic, the delicious daily detox that will keep you feeling your best. Search for Active Liver by New Nordic on Amazon or pick up some at your local CVS, Wegmans, or GNC.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NBA, the Spurs get back to work tonight, trailing the Knicks 1-0 in the best-of-7 series. The Spurs tip tonight at 7:30 for Game 2. It'll be televised on ABC. In the NFL, the Houston Texans have signed Kalen Rutledge to his 4-year rookie deal. It includes a 5th-year team option. His signing leaves a 4th-round offensive guard, Fabichi Nwawu, as the final unsigned draft pick.
SportsCenter brought to you by SAPDcareers.com. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, guys. Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Golden Knights got screwed last night.
Even on the challenge, right?
They did. It's such garbage.
That was a strange call.
They tried to screw him in Game 1. They did screw him in Game 2.
Settled
It's an uphill climb.
They had a 2-shot lead.
I know.
Gave it up.
I can't make excuses for that.
Funny how the rest of the world keeps spinning. That's going to be a fun series. You can tell it's going to keep going.
No, it has been fun. Both games have been good so far. So,
and I know we don't do a lot of baseball. I just want to. Did you see what Jacob Mizorowski did yesterday?
No.
On Monday.
No.
How many balls did he throw over 100 miles an hour?
He throws like 104. He's a cartoon.
He threw 57 pitches. Over 100 miles an hour in a single game.
Yeah.
And then they were.
How old is he?
He's like 24.
He's mid-level.
Oh, okay.
Major League Baseball right now is at a 50-year low in batting average.
Yeah.
That the number of pitchers right now that are throwing over 100 miles an hour. On the regular, Hunter Green threw 100 miles an hour 33 times in a game. Mizorowski's done this a couple of times, 25 or better. 25 pitches over 5 games with 20 or better pitches over 100 miles. At some point, are we going to get to a point where the mound's going to have to either come down or get further back?
I don't know. I mean, we're still seeing dingers.
Well, we're seeing dingers, and that's it. I mean, it is chicks dig the long ball. That's because that's all they get to see.
Yeah. No, don't be surprised if they make a change.
Yeah, because baseball's they've shown, hey, we'll fix things. If this is getting boring, we'll do something. Anyway, I didn't want to digress, but that interesting story hitting an early baseball season.
It is. All right, I want to get into some of this sound from Wemby. We've talked about was Wemby good, was Wemby not good. Here's Wemby's self-assessment on Game 1.
No, of course not. I agree with the coach. And, it's the same. Every team guards differently, I'm going to figure it out. It's, I was bad tonight. It's not more complicated than that.
Not more complicated than that. Just had a bad night.
Well, there's one thing when you miss a bunch of shots, and that's kind of De'Aaron. His problem is not inactivity. I mean, there's action. There's just not outcome. Some of Victor in game one was a little flat-footed, little step slow, a little bit not 100% dialed in, being where you need to be both offensively, but more importantly, I think defensively. There were a lot of plays that he kind of let shots go where he normally would have rotated and made that step. So some of the stuff about aggravation with players, I'm more angry with players that aren't physically going after it. You can live with mistakes, missed shots, but when you're letting shots go over you or you're not helping on the weak side like Wemby's supposed to be doing, those are the things that get aggravating.
Okay. Well, listen to these next two clips. The first one is Wemby talking about when they let the game get away from them.
I mean, we let them get an offensive rebound, so that's on us. And after that, that's an experienced team. They know how to play with momentum, and we had the momentum until late in that game. This is why I said we let that one go.
Until late in that game, and now listen to Dylan Harper on the same thing.
I feel like both teams was fatigued, really. I feel like they kind of just executed a little better. And I feel like they just execute on their plays, and at the end of the game, they kind of just, like I just said, execute. But I feel like it was more like a track meet today. I mean, I think the energy was high, and I feel like everyone was just getting up and down. So, I mean, I think both teams was fatigued.
They didn't Jalen Brunson just whooped your ass the last 4 minutes. A little bit of execution.
He says both teams were fatigued. I think the Spurs were fatigued.
They were definitely. Well, I hope that was fatigue, or I would like to think it wasn't disinterest. I mean, Wemby seemed fatigued, but if he was fully capable and he just wasn't doing it, that's even more aggravating.
Now, Mitch, on the other hand, he disagrees.
I don't think it was fatigue. I'm sure guys got tired at times, but I didn't feel like anyone's performance was based on fatigue. I think we just need to be sharper and execute better and continue to work the game and not fight it at times and play the right way.
I think it's real easy for the guy in the, just hanging out on the sideline, walking up and down the court to not be fatigued while the guys running up and down the court slamming into each other are saying maybe fatigue was a factor. I'm going to believe in the guys that were running up and down the floor.
I think there was more than anything. What's that old saying? Fatigue makes cowards of us all.
Yeah.
I don't think, leg for leg, I think they were even with the Knicks. I don't think they were more tired. I do think they were tired. There was some mental fatigue. You can tell. And I do think there's being winded and then there's being fatigued. And I think fatigue applies to your brain, your body, your soul. You're just wore out. But you can be winded, but you can get your wind back. But when you're fatigued, they looked fatigued as in the broadest definition. And no coach wants to admit that. You think you have your team in shape and physically and mentally on the ready, but no, they didn't appear that way.
How much do you attribute to playing a Game 7, and how much do you attribute to the emotional fatigue of winning a Game 7 against Oklahoma City in their building? I
think it applied the first 5 minutes. I do. I think that first 5 minutes they had the yips. They were running fast. They were, they're trying to get dialed in. And thankfully, or while it was nice to see, it turned out to be the worst case scenario because in that first couple of minutes when they were kind of fumbling around, Wemby hit an open three, and you go, uh-oh, hope that doesn't get good to him, and it did. And so because they were kind of flopping around, I do think there was a fair amount of, oh my God, I'm exhausted, and now I got to turn things back up again. But I think they got over it. I think at the end of the game, they were just tired, fatigued, mentally, physically. They'd worn out, and what they were doing wasn't really working, so it made it even more difficult.
I think there is something to, and like again, I Rob and I have coached at the lowest level possible.
Yeah.
Me with baseball and Rob with basketball.
Yeah, it's a pretty low level coaching.
But but I always remember like when my better team, like when they started winning, like when we first started to put together runs where we were winning tournaments, like the very first championship that they'd gotten to after playing like 8 games in a weekend, they're in the championship. They were all just bouncing off the fences, standing up on the dugout bench. Everybody's just fired up. Oh, yeah. And then by about the fifth or sixth time that you do that, it's like a business trip. Everybody knows, like, hey, lock in. Let's
do your job. Do your job.
I mean, there is something to that, experiencing it and not that the Knicks have the Knicks do have a few guys with some real experience. Like OG Anunoby's an experienced playoff guy for sure. I mean, and all these guys are experienced playoff guys, but I mean finals experience. But they are older, they are more mature, and they have a head coach who's been there and done this. I think for them, it's a little easier for them to settle into the moment. Hopefully, game one was just the Spurs trying to settle into the moment, and going forward, it's a different approach.
And again, they did. They settled into the moment. They had a 14-point lead in the second half. They found it. They found their zen. It wasn't pretty, but they were prettier than the Knicks were for 25 minutes. But they lost it. So, again, we can be mad at the end, and we should be, but let's not discount everything they did do during that game. A lot of what they did, while not pretty, was more effective than what the Knicks were doing. Neither team played great, but for 25 minutes of that game, the Spurs played better. And there's enough to take out of that where I feel very comfortable that they can repeat it. Now, the key part of this, and you brought it up, is tempering wisdom with action. And young teams, it's activity first and foremost, and then you learn your wisdom. The Knicks already have the wisdom. They know pace, they understand how to win games, and they did it. They tempered their wisdom, their action with wisdom, and they beat them.
One of the discussions on the Brigade Bar I want to ask you about, if the Spurs don't win this series now, I mean, obviously when we started, when at the beginning of the season our expectation was X. By the All-Star break, it was Y. Start of the playoffs, it was Z. Now that they beat the Thunder and they're in the finals, like, if they don't win, is it a disappointment?
Yeah, it's an absolute disappointment. They have by the numbers, by the wins, by everything but experience, should win this. They're the better team.
But isn't it had they lost to Minnesota or had they lost to Oklahoma City?
It'd have been a lot easier to say goodbye.
I guess so. But now that they're like,
hey, you're here, man.
You're another step further, and now it becomes a disappointment.
No matter what, there will be another day. We will wake up when this is over, winning or losing, knowing full well that next season, no matter what, should be even more fun, no matter how this ends. But right now, you have passed every test. Dude, ask Dan Marino.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
not easy to get back.
Promises.
No.
I think that it will be a lot more fun next year, but losing now will be as painful as it will be in 5 years when you're absolutely expected to go win this thing. It'll hurt just as much and for as long, because this is found money, and it looks like you don't get opportunities like this very often.
Yeah. All right. Before we go to break, Vic, I want to play the double dong challenge. The Texas Rangers, they got some rest. I hope the rust doesn't hurt them. But the Rangers got they got a night off yesterday. They will be in action tonight. And you know what that means, friends. Double dong challenge. No, they played yesterday, right? They had they had yesterday off. You're right. I was right. They played the Guardians today. 7:15. You'll hear that right here on our station. And the Guardians going with a lefty today. Parker Messick. Man, the Guardians, the Rangers keep running into good pitching.
Wow.
Parker Messick, 6-1 with a 2.21 ERA.
He's throwing 100 miles an hour.
I mean, I guess they all are these days, but you do have a lefty on the hill, so if that influences your decision at all, 210-656-3776. You pick the Rangers player who's going to hit a home run. You win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Rangers game. You pick one that hits two. You've got upgraded seats and a hotel stay on us. So there you go. What caller did I say, Vic? Or did I say?
I don't think you said.
Caller number 5 then. There you go. 210-656-3776. You are today's contestant on the Double Dong Challenge. We'll be right back. We'll get off Spurs for a minute. We'll be back on them later in the show. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Big color, bigger savings. Sherwin-Williams Super Sale is here. Get 40% off paints and stains June 5th through the 11th with prices starting at $30.89. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Do you know who the thief in the finals is? If you do, you could get your share of $1 million. That's right, $1 million sitting in a pot. You pick the player who walks away with the most steals in the series. Your picks don't even have to win. Just back the right thief. And if your guy wins it, you get a share of $1 million pot. How about that? You pick your player every game, including their steal stat. When the series ends, the steals leader gets crowned, and the pot gets split equally amongst everyone who called it. Simple as that. The more finals games you pick, the bigger your share. It's less a prediction and more of a vibe, so trust yours. I'm going to go with Victor Wembanyama. Maybe him, maybe Dylan Harper. I'm not sure yet. Maybe you know. If you do, get down at Underdog. Download the app today. Use my promo code Alamo. You'll get $50 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-MY-RESET or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinigal here for Window Nation. You know, it is June. Summer is here along with those hot summer days, and that means constant AC use and high energy bills. It is time to upgrade your home's windows this month during Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 free sale. Imagine replacing all your windows with new energy-efficient ones and getting half of them for free. Plus, you could even get them with no money down and no monthly payment or interest for 2 years. Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Sale ends soon, so visit windownation.com to book that consultation.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio and have been practicing law here since 1994. And in the past 30 plus years, I've helped hundreds of San Antonians injured by negligent drivers. If you've been injured in a car or truck collision, call me, 210-900-0400. I did want to let you know of a very disturbing trend I've seen that you really need to be aware of. If an attorney or someone acting on that attorney's behalf calls you after a traffic collision, with very limited exceptions, that is called barratry or solicitation. It's a crime and is unethical under our state bar rules. Do not answer these phone calls. Do not hire an unethical attorney. Neither I nor anyone in my firm will ever call you after a traffic collision. If you need my help, and if you've been injured in a traffic collision, I think you do, you'll need to call me. My name is Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Ever tried answering emails with kids running through the house? Coldplay Cove is the better way to work and parent. A modern family space where you can grab coffee, work, recharge, and connect while your child safely learns and plays nearby. Built for families, rooted in community. Learn more at coldplaycove.com.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
A.J. Brown got married over the weekend. A.J. Currently with the Philadelphia Eagles, but probably not for long. Jalen Hurts didn't go to the wedding. Jalen Hurts, according to TMZ, is the godfather to A.J. Brown's child. Now, we don't know if Jalen Hurts was invited to the wedding, but according to TMZ, no current Eagle teammate was there.
Well, I wonder if there were Patriots there.
I don't know if Diana Rossini was there to report on any of their...
Was Mike Vrabel there?
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Yeah, Vic! I want to save it, but it's burning a hole right through my pocket and into my skin. Come Monday morning, I'll be broke again. It's finally Friday, free again. Got my motor running for a wild weekend. That's right, baby. Finally Friday, and it's a game day. Let the good times roll. Yes, sir.
You know what I noticed last night watching the hockey game? That they use this all the time.
Really?
Yeah, the Carolina Hurricane. I guess because Ric Flair's from North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
So they use a lot of Ric Flair wooing in their.
Sweet.
I like it. Even though I hate them, I want them to all. I want their building to fall down. But that's neither here nor there. I guess to win the Stanley Cup, they'd have to go. The Knights would have to go back there now anyway. I was hoping it'd just be over. So it could be a happier Friday. I'm gonna need the Spurs to make it a happy Friday.
Oh, it'll work out.
I've got punched in the balls 2 nights in a row by sports.
On both of them.
Yeah, man. Like a speed bag.
I know.
And both times I was feeling good. Hell, after the first quarter, how'd you feel about the Spurs after the first quarter?
Through 3 quarters, I was comfortable.
Man. And then the Knights are up 2-0. I was 10 minutes to go in the game, 2-goal lead.
Come on.
It's the last time that a team had a multi-goal comeback with less than 10 minutes to go in a game in a Stanley Cup final. 1944. 1944.
What?
That's how long it's been. Yeah. So I got punched in the nuts last night. 2 nights in a row I've taken it. Wow. I need the Spurs to get this right. I need it. I need some good in my life. Got to come here to work with Rob every day. Strained vocal cords.
I'm going to the game, baby.
Are you?
I'm going to wear out these vocal cords.
Don't
tonight.
yell too loud.
I hear it's
No.
white out. I saw this floating around, so if you are a fan, wear white.
Oh.
No free T-shirt tonight.
No free shirt?
No free shirt. It appears that I just saw white out is in play.
Okay. So they expect you to show up in white.
I can't. I'm media.
No, but I'm saying they expect the fans to just show up in white?
Wear your white jerseys.
Huh.
That's not uncommon. We've done this before.
I feel
Normally
like
it's a blackout. But
I feel like if they say, "Hey, we want it to be a whiteout or a blackout," that's the time to put the free T-shirt on the
I think the T-shirts are kind of cursed. I think we're trying to get away from that. I don't think we haven't won a single
get away
rainbow
from
game.
the get away from the Fiesta color games.
We did win the black
orange
shirt.
ones. Come on.
Yeah, orange and blue. That's 2 of the 3 colors were orange and blue that you put on seats. No one, when they're putting those on the seats, looked around and said, "Hey,
we're at home, aren't we?
What's going on?" It looks like it was orange, blue, and pink. It looked like Madison Square Garden during Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It was like it was.
There's some analogous performances that I could apply to that. But
Damn it!
Come on, come on. All right, hey, you want to go to the Missions and Rough Riders game? That is Tuesday, June 9th, $2 Tuesday. That means $2 beers, $2 hot dogs. Oh yeah. How many $2 beers could you drink, Rob?
That's
knowing those aren't the full size, like the big, huge.
I have a PV. I have a personal best.
I can do one.
Oh well, yeah, Vicky.
I mean, one an inning is the goal, right? You want to walk out with 18, but you
How
got to
big
buy
are
the
they?
last 3 in the 7th.
Like a 16-ounce can?
they're your
it's a
standard
draft. It's like probably 8.
mid-size
Like a
solo
Dixie cup?
It's like bigger than a Dixie, smaller than a solo.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd say it's like a 10-ounce pour.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So
it's a shot to you, right?
Yeah. You know. But
I'll do it.
Could you do 9 beers and 9 dogs if you had a designated driver?
No. 9 dogs? My God.
I mean, you can eat, son. I've seen you put down some groceries here.
9 dogs?
You know,
dude.
One thing I know about Rob. What if I paid
Just
for
mustard
them?
only?
No, I wouldn't eat 9 hot dogs. That would be painful.
Here's what I know about Rob. Rob will say, "Oh, I'm full," and then someone will bring in some free food, and Rob will eat that food.
I'll eat the food.
Oh, full or not?
So he says, like, "I'm full.
But
I'm stuffed."
9 hot dogs.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that to myself.
Not with all that bread.
No,
nah.
that would get me. But I could put down 4 or 5.
I'll eat the weenie.
I'm not saying that I would. I'm watching my girlish figure, but 9 dogs, that's pushing it.
I want to do it one day.
20 years ago, maybe. But see, the thing is, you got to buy those last 3 in the 7th. So you got to then by the 9th inning, you're drinking that beer that's been sitting in the sun for about an hour because you had bought it in the 7th.
That's true.
So those last couple are
I don't know.
You're crossing the finish line with some effort. You're not gliding
Does it come
home.
with Lipitor?
And also, this ain't the best beer.
No, that's fair.
Not that there's bad $2 beer. There's no such thing. But a $2 beer is a $2 beer.
Sure.
Yeah.
I bet I could do it. I think, in fact,
no,
I'm pretty sure.
it's
I can.
eminently doable. But at the end, when you're drinking the 8th inning and 9th inning that you bought in the 7th because they were closing out the tab, that's a difficult drink.
That's too many.
When the challenge is at hand, you gotta focus.
Three dogs.
I don't even like hot dogs, but I mean, if it was the challenge, I would do it.
Were they fully dressed like mustard, ketchup, onions, or just plain meat and buns?
They give you a plain dog, and you can put whatever you want on it.
Yeah, I was so excited to eat my first Dodger dog I'd heard my whole life.
It's just a hot dog.
It's just a regular old dog. Don't let them fool you.
Yeah. What do you put on your hot dog?
I do mustard and onions.
I like mustard
and relish.
Relish, okay. I'm
not
all right
sweet
with
relish though.
I do extra mustard. I love mustard.
Not sweet relish, sour relish.
Oh, I do sweet.
Oh,
I would do just straight up mustard too.
That's all I need.
I like just a mustard dog. I don't
Yeah,
like.
I might mind that.
That's all I need.
Ketchup on a hot dog is
That's a
crime to me.
Yeah,
After you're 8 years old, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, I don't trust that big old tin thing of onions and relish. I don't trust that, man.
I don't feel great
I'm
about it
not sure
either.
how long that's been there or what's happened in my absence.
I do.
Yeah, too many flies.
I also like I also like a good chili cheese dog.
Well, if I watch it, that's all I make at home. I make chili dogs, but
Yeah.
I have to watch you make it. And I know that the chili is of indiscriminate origin. I know that no matter where you are.
It's from a big can.
It's from a big can that came off of what they mopped up at the end of the day at the
Yeah.
slaughterhouse. But I get that.
Yeah, from
I'm down with
yesterday.
it. But I do want to see you make it. I do want to see you make it. And chili.
Well,
as a rule, I will only eat chili if it's on top of a hot dog if somebody else made it. I don't eat other people's chili. I don't trust you.
Oh, yeah, I get you.
I've been fooled too many times. People made chili, and I'm like, oh, what is this? One time I was eating chili and legit turned to him and said, I'm tasting something funny here. And he goes, yeah, that's grape jelly. At that moment, I checked out. Like, dude, I'm never eating anybody else's chili.
You did like a chili cook-off judging thing?
Grape jelly?
Yeah, I've had it with like cinnamon and all. What? But I know the fact that a canned thing of chili from the Waffle House, I'm down. I know what it is. But I only will eat it on top of a hot dog.
Yeah.
Which is also lips and buttholes.
Yeah.
So
but honestly, the better. Put as much crap on top of a hot dog as you can to make it taste good. That's my goal.
I don't like sauerkraut.
You don't like sauerkraut?
I love good kraut, but not on a soft regular bun.
Nope.
It doesn't go well with that. But
No,
I do like a good Chicago dog, though.
Yeah.
I like minced onions versus just the chopped onions.
I don't really want the what do they call it? The pepper relish. I don't like that.
Again, like if it's a Chicago dog with the celery salt and that all that other stuff that goes along with it, there's a time and a place for it. I don't want it all the time, but you certainly can't eat 9 of those.
No,
nor would you want to.
But 9 just regular hot dogs,
regular length,
over a 2.5 hour period
with mustard.
2.5 to 3 hours.
Rob, dude,
it's doable.
I mean, I've sat down in Fogo de Chao and almost shut the place down.
Yeah, no, it's doable. I just know the ramifications of 9 hot dogs.
Oh,
on
I'd feel
my
miserable. Yeah, especially with 9 beers
on
too.
my digestive system. I might not make
I'll
it
need
home.
Metamucil after that.
Yeah.
Either way, you yourself can go out and take this challenge. $2 Tuesday, Missions versus the Rough Riders, June 9th. That's next Tuesday. You got a family 4-pack. You don't have to take your family though. You could take
a fellow beer drinker,
2 drinking buddies, and a designated driver. How about that?
Or just Uber.
Oh, yeah, you could do that too. Yeah, you could do that. Although it's too far. The Mission Stadium is too far to Uber. No one wants to Uber there. Let's go with caller number 7. You'll win a family 4-pack of tickets, and I expect to hear back on if you accomplish.
If you do it, you got a photo.
The 9.
You got to journal this. We need photographic proof of each purchase and consumption through 9 innings.
Keep it sports. He says my dad shamed me when I put mayo on my dog as a child.
He didn't raise you
Your
right.
dad did the right thing.
What are you doing?
He should have whooped you with a belt when you did that. That's what my dad would have done.
Don't do that to your kids. Don't do that.
Daddy didn't raise.
Then they get out amongst people and they do something like that and they're embarrassed. They didn't know any better.
Daddy ain't raised no mayo on a hot dog eater. Why would I? The Drew Show says, why would I eat a hot dog when I'm in Texas? They make mesquite smoked sausage in the same shape.
True.
Just stick it in a hot dog bun and move on.
Well, they do have sausage wraps for $2. So you
Go
can
Spurs, go.
You can do those.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
If you want to do 9
They're just not for
sausage
$2.
Oh, they're not the $2.
Oh, they might. Oh, the sausage wraps might be $2.
I think the sausage wraps are $2 on that.
Oh,
so you can
maybe
get
so.
9 of the sausages.
Maybe so.
Less bread, more tortilla.
That's right. Yeah, and then he mentions the corgi fraud. I told Joe I thought about taking my dog out there and putting a tip jar around his neck, but now I don't know that he'd be welcome for game 2. I think maybe the Corgi
all Corgi
fever's
did
gone.
was pick him in 7.
Okay.
So he hadn't done anything wrong yet.
Claymore says if you almost shut down Fogo, you were eating with your mind and eyes, AJ. Well, yeah.
Dude,
what
you
are
don't
going there,
want to
eating
go
with your stomach?
For those of you eating with my co-host here and good friend AJ Hoffman is an experience. It's
a lasting experience.
It's something to see, man.
Oh yeah, he made 2 trips to the buffet, and I was still on my first one.
This dude,
he does it pretty good, man.
Puts it down, man.
Yeah, he
Eats
doesn't
like a
breathe.
snake.
There's no breathing while he's eating.
There's no
None.
breathing, and he won't eat again for 3 days.
No,
I know, just like a snake.
Then I'll shed my skin, and then a few days later I'll be ready to eat.
Roll him
again.
out into his car, and good luck.
I'll be ready to eat again.
Awake. No, it's an experience.
That's right. By the way, next Wednesday when our big boss is in town from New York City, we got some time, but our meeting's not till noon.
Well, this
you guys want to
dude
go hit
better
up
buy our lunch.
You guys want to go hit up the old Chinese buffet?
Let's get the suit to buy our lunch.
All right. Maybe that's the move. I don't think he'll do it, though. Well, I don't know him. We've only met him on the video.
Yeah,
we're going to meet him in a real
guilt him
person
into it.
now. All right. We will be right back. We'll continue our conversation. I got some more non-sports stuff to get into. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good Friday morning. We have an accident to talk about. Right shoulder's blocked. 281 northbound at St. Mary's, causing no delay right now. Another accident, left lane's blocked. 281 southbound at Loop 410. This is going to be stop-and-go traffic back from Bitters, causing, again, no delay. And then another accident, right lane's blocked. Loop 1604 westbound approaching Northwest Military Highway. We also have some high water reported at Alamo Street, at Proban Street, so be careful right there as well. I'm Alan Craig, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's new jalapeno citrus salsa. Bright, spicy, zesty, impossible to ignore. It brings main character energy to every bite. Not just a sauce, it's a star. Only at participating U.S. Taco Bell locations. For a limited time only, while supplies last.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing. Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
George gets justice. The accident wasn't your fault, but now you're facing pain, bills, and uncertainty. You don't have to do it alone at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. They listen, explain your options, and fight for what you deserve. No upfront costs, no stress, just real help when you need it. If you've been injured, it's time to get George. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. Getgeorge.com.
San Antonio's newest sports headquarters, Novo Brewery. Craft beers, full bar, hard kombucha on tap, a handcrafted food menu, and massive LED screens. Attached to North Star Mall with late hours. Visit novobrew.com. That's novobrew.com.
My name is Erica. My son, Kason, is a patient at Shriners Children. My oldest called me and said, Kason got burnt. I said, how bad is it? He wouldn't answer me. Before we could see Kason, the trauma doctor came in and said he needs to go to Shriners.
To survive a burn injury and to return to life unafraid and full of joy and be who you're supposed to be is what we strive to deliver to our patients. His injury was a big injury, and I think a testament to the care that we provide. He's fully functional. He's riding his dirt bike, doing all of the things that you would want him to do. I can't think of another system that has the impact on pediatric patients that Shriners Children's does.
I wouldn't do anything else.
We're just so thankful that Kason is still here because things can change in the blink of an eye.
Go online right now to loveshriners.org.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we're going to get you ready for a big Game 2 NBA Finals Spurs-Knicks.
Our run of having former Spurs with rings continues as Antonio Daniels will be on The Blitz to get you ready for Game 2.
He's going to make us all feel better about Game 2. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. San Antonio's Sports Center.
After the blockbuster trade sending Myles Garrett to the Rams earlier this week, the two sides have reworked his deal. It now goes through 2030 and includes an increase in total compensation for the 2026 season, which was previously $31.5 million and included in-game roster bonuses. Finally, the Green Bay Packers reached an agreement with wide receiver Christian Watson. He's got a 4-year deal worth $110 million with an extension that includes $31 million in a signing bonus.
San Antonio and New York. This is where you come to talk about the finals. 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hell yeah.
You're picking fights.
Oh, yeah. Go Spurs, go.
I hope to put this song to bed. I hope in the next 2 weeks.
We got to come up with a new term.
It's going to have to be retired.
I'd like that. We got to come up with some new
It's going to be hard to come up with siete.
Yeah.
That's going to be hard to rhyme with.
Yeah, I don't know, but good luck. You can tell, there's a report out here, you can tell how miserable a person is when they talk about these things way too much. The first one, they're bad luck.
Don't you hate people that are always just... we all have a person in our life,
man,
that is bad luck schleprock. They expect bad luck. They attract bad luck. Bad luck will find them. If they evade it for a minute, it will eventually get them. There are just some people, and if you live that life, I get why you talk about it a lot, but shut up, man. You're bad luck.
Tish's brother.
Man, there are some people we know, dude, the Debbie Downers in our life that just, no matter what happens, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad at you, and you attract it. I don't know why.
They're toxic relationships, constantly complaining about bad friends, exes, or partners, often focusing more on the drama than solutions. So
I have exited those people from my life.
Yeah,
They've I don't have any of those people in my life.
Yeah.
None. I will not deal with negative energy.
Yeah, I have one of my best friends is divorced, and he just doesn't. He chooses not to talk about her, and it's like he's so much better off. Like he says, I just don't really talk about it because like anytime I talk about her, it's just negative energy. Like what's the point?
Man, you got to let that stuff go because it affects my relationship with you.
Yeah.
Either, I'll be a sounding board, but after a while, I don't want to hear it anymore. I just don't.
They talk about what's missing from their lives. Instead of appreciating what they have, they've always focused on what they don't have, whether it's money, success, love, or status.
All these traits are normally in the same person. If a person will do the first thing you just mentioned, they're probably doing all three.
Well, those are miserable people.
That's what I'm saying. So everything you say, I can see the picture of this guy, this dude, this friend of mine. And
you've got one?
Like I said, we all have one of those in our life. Some
Vic,
of it
you have
to
one?
different varying degrees.
Who are you thinking about so far? You don't want to say his name, huh?
No, I don't want to say his name, but yeah, he's got a bunch of.
You got somebody in mind.
Yeah.
They talk about their social media a lot. They spend a lot of time comparing themselves to others online and obsessing over what they see on social platforms.
That's a strata of age that really doesn't apply to me anyway.
They talk about other people. Gossip and drama dominate their conversations. They talk about other people's lives more than their own goals or interests.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say that's kind of just a loser thing. Like if you're talking about people who you're distantly associated with or on the fringe of a relationship with them, you're wasting your time. You're wasting everybody's time.
And it's not congratulatory. And there's nothing wrong with saying, man, do you see that Porsche that dude just got? That thing is sweet.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at him. I'd like to have one, but I the people that guy, he got that too. He doesn't deserve that.
No, mine is where it's never their fault when things go wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it was him. It's like I was on time and they didn't pick me up. And
well, here's one. How they've been wronged. They hold grudges, revisit old hurts, and frequently talk about people or situations that treated them unfairly.
Just made the list.
Every day, yeah.
You just made the list right now. You're on the list.
Yep.
Guys that have offended me.
It's like
your name down.
Sheldon's list.
The date,
remember on
the time, and what you just said.
Remember on Billy Madison, and he calls Steve Buscemi, and he's like, "Hey, I just wanted to apologize. I was kind of a real dick to you back in the day.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say I'm sorry." He goes, "Yeah, no problem." And then he hangs up the phone, and he crosses off his name off the list, and it says "People to Kill," and he crosses off Billy Madison. Then he sits
Never
back
too late to apologize.
He sits back and starts putting lipstick on like a weirdo.
Right.
See?
Oh. What about this? What others think of them. They're overly concerned about being judged, spend a lot of energy worrying about other people's opinions.
The funny thing is those groups, these types of people tend to flock together, too.
Oh,
if
yeah.
there's one, there's
pile
one or
up.
two or three of them all together.
At least a partner in misery.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. The fear of failure. They focus on their mistakes, avoid challenges, and let fear of being wrong keep them stuck. And the last one, and this is I hate when people do this. They talk about all the stuff they want to do, but then they never do any of
nothing,
it.
Yeah.
Hopes and dreams without action. Talk about big goals and missed opportunities, but spend more time seeking validation than actually making progress toward them.
That's that whole manifested.
Yeah,
Shut
like
up.
I'm an entrepreneur. Oh, well, what are you doing? Well, nothing yet, but it's coming.
But it's something big.
So what are you doing now?
Yeah, I haven't found my niche yet, but it's coming, Bubba. I'm telling you.
I've got a consultant firm.
Yes.
Ask me a question.
Asylum Sicko says orange chicken for breakfast. We're back on to win this.
Yes,
please.
sir. That sounds pretty good.
Sounds amazing.
Ooh.
That's why I
where
said
it's from.
Well, that's why I say we need to go to the buffet next Wednesday.
Yeah, we haven't gone in a while.
Oh man, and then we'll come in. We'll be hearing him talk, and then we'll just be like,
we'll just go to sleep. We'll pull a Trump.
I'm awake. You awake? Yeah.
Do you ever? Do you guys snore?
I got my results back from my sleep.
Yeah, you actually had the sleep test. How'd it go?
I had the sleep test done where I taped a little device to my finger before I went to bed, and it connects to an app on the phone. And I start the app, and then when I wake up, I stop the app, and it sends the results to the doctor.
So what does it tell you? What is it telling you?
So it's telling me that
REM sleep, snoring.
It tells everything, like how much oxygen you're getting through your blood.
Don't you get that from your watch?
Yeah,
I get that from my watch.
Yeah, basically everything that does. So we went through every result or every test that there was, and I don't have sleep apnea, thank God.
Well, that's good. So does your wife ever complain about you snoring?
No.
Does your wife snores, I bet.
Oh, no, she is the snorer.
I know I snore. I know I wake up in the morning like, I bet I peeled the paint last night.
Rob,
yeah.
This is 2 nights ago, I woke myself up snoring.
Oh, yeah.
I don't snore,
because
it's her.
I slept in. I was sleeping by myself, And I woke up and I was like, what? Who's snoring? And I was like, wait a minute, it's just me here. And I realized, and then I tried to tuck back to sleep, and I realized what's making me snore. It's when I tuck myself into a ball like this, when my chin is close to my chest.
Oh, yeah. But
if I sleep like this, I don't snore.
Yeah, because the wind
So now
open.
I've been like trying to go to sleep on the pillow with my head back like that.
I'm checking I actually last night did not snore. I had a total snoring time of 4 minutes.
Okay.
So last night was not as bad. Now I've been kind of congested for the last week, and I know I was sawing logs. But I have an app now. I wake up, I get sleep scores when you snore, what your body temp and all that was.
That's
so I started
cool.
tracking it. I snore a lot less than I thought I did, but I know.
Mine will always say, "Oh, you didn't get enough sleep. Is everything okay?" And then after I take my nap, it's like, what a restful day.
You just got 9 points to your sleep score.
Suddenly my sleep score has a crown. It's like, all hail the king of sleeping. That's
Dude,
right.
I
got it figured out.
When you live our lifestyle, it is sad. Last night I had a total of 2 hours and 27 minutes of sleep.
Oh no!
I mean, I felt like I got more than that, but it says you had 2
all you
hours
got?
and 4 minutes of regular. I had 23 minutes of deep. I had 46 minutes total of REM sleep.
Ooh.
So it's asking me to add some sleep.
What about your deep sleep? How much deep sleep?
Deep sleep, I got only 27 minutes of deep.
Oh,
No, I'm sorry. I got with the REM. It correlated with the REM. 47 minutes of deep.
I got an hour 38 of REM and 53 minutes of deep sleep.
No, sleep score needs attention.
That's a good thing for me. It was like total sleep, 5 hours and 7 minutes. Total time in bed, 5 hours and 12 minutes.
See, that's me, man.
I don't waste time.
How can
I lay
you
down.
fall
I'm
asleep that fast?
donezo, man.
My wife can do that. Can get still and go to sleep, man. I hit the pillow. I got 45 minutes of wind down time, no matter what.
See, for me, it was a military thing for me. It was like, we're like sometimes we were up for 72 hours, and they'd say, hey, you got 15 minutes to sleep. You ain't got time to fluff your pillow. You just sit down and close your eyes until someone yells at you, and then you get up and go again.
Oh, in the military, I fell asleep anywhere.
Yeah.
I never
Doesn't matter
mastered
where
that.
we were.
I've never been able to do that.
Oh, yeah.
I could do that now.
It was an achievement the very first time I was able to fall asleep on a plane. I was so proud that I could sleep on a plane.
Meanwhile, Rob got startled because he walked in and I was sleeping on the floor in our office one day.
Dude, I like if you said, "Hey, why don't you just go lay down on the floor?" I'm like, "No, I got to sleep. That make things worse."
Fall right asleep.
I was like, touch his leg. Is it cold?
No, dead. Passed right out. All right, we'll be right back. Wrap up hour number 3. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call in the Morning Huddle's Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits two. Now we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the Morning Huddle and cash in with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
If your neighborhood was hit with recent rain, let Stevens Roofing check your roof before small issues turn into costly repairs. Storms can damage roofing materials long before you notice a leak. Stevens Roofing is locally owned, provides honest inspections, quality workmanship, and helps guide you through the insurance process. Don't wait for expensive interior damage. Call Stevens Roofing today, 210-785-0994. That's 210-785-0994 or visit stevensroofing.net.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Hello, Connecticut. May I help you?
This is Bill Tyson. Is this my Connecticut Pro?
Yes, Mr. Tyson. What can I do for you?
Calling from Yellowstone National Park.
Mm-hmm.
Old Faithful just erupted and reminded me I didn't set the vacation bypass in my Connecticut water conditioner. Would you run over to my house and set it? I've hidden the key under my doormat.
Well,
I forgot to set the bypass last year. I had that other brand, and the software used up 4,000 pounds of salt in a week.
Mr. Tyson, relax. With your new Connecticut, there is no vacation cycle or any worries about salt. If you don't use any water, your Connecticut won't either. We not only believe in saving salt, but also in saving water.
Would you go over and unplug it then? I'm trying to conserve electricity.
You forget that your Connecticut doesn't use electricity either. There's nothing to plug in, and don't forget that your Connecticut is also completely automatic.
Mean I can relax and enjoy my whole vacation?
That's right.
This is great. I've got Old Faithful here at Yellowstone and an Old Faithful in my Connecticut water conditioner at home.
The last water softener you'll ever own. ConnecticutSA.com.
License number 38961. This Father's Day, join the Blitz live at Coldplay Cove in Stone Oak. Enjoy Dad and Me sports activities, coffee tastings, giveaways, raffles, and family fun built for modern families. Grab your tickets now through the events page at coldplaycove.com.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQBar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQBar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 9 plant protein bars, 8 hydration mixes, and 4 mushroom coffee sticks. And now you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping when you text RADIO to 64,000. Text RADIO to 64,000 to get your 20% off. That's RADIO to 64,000.
San Antonio and New York. This is where you come to talk about the finals. 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Party and party and yeah!
Yeah!
Yes, y'all. Happy Friday. God, I just saw the slow motion of Braden McNabb getting hit in the snout with the puck.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Dude saw it coming.
Yeah, like
he just looked at
it. He was like, oh, no.
Even the guy behind him goes,
he's lucky he goes in saying, oh, no. That didn't go in his mouth. It looked like that was going to go right in his mouth as he was screaming, no.
And shattered his nose, man.
Yeah. And it hit his visor because you see his visor shake.
Yeah,
but it also it goes right under it and hits him in the top of the nose, like the bridge of the nose. But you see his face as it gets close. He goes,
oh. That's funny.
But it's just, it's just coming too fast. What a horrible, horrible thing.
He's not gonna be able to wear sunglasses for a while.
No.
There's nothing for those things to perch on. That nose is flat.
He's gonna have the apnea. Well, I was talking during the break, like, if I had sleep apnea, I think I would die before I could wear a mask to sleep in. I don't think I could fall asleep in a mask. That would be the thing that I wouldn't be able to do.
My experience with people that have had sleep apnea that wear the mask is that they do it because it's either that or dying. Because I've never known anybody that got a sleep apnea mask that stopped using it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That the change was so much improvement that they're willing to put up with the fact that you've strapped a hose to your nose to go to sleep.
Yeah, it's just hard for me to picture how that.
I can't imagine how I could do it, but if I'm to the point where it's this or living the life of an hour of sleep a day and passing out everywhere, I think I could get there, but I don't know how.
Yeah, I would have a hard time.
I'd rather, like, at the end of every night, you dart me like an angry lion.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Load up, and if I'm walking up, just dart me, and I'll sleep there.
Yeah. Bob says AJ Knights let one get away last night. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. They did, but they didn't do it. That was one of those. If they go on and something negative happens and they lose the series, you look at that weird reffing call and you go, well, everything changed right there. We'd have been up 2-0.
Yeah, I will say they did. The Hurricanes got very aggressive late in the game, and it paid off. The Knights tried to kind of like sit on their lead. They for lack of a better term, they kind of tried to like do the soccer thing where if you've got a 2-goal lead, you just kind of.
It worked in the first game.
Yeah,
I mean they got big and slow.
Well, you got to remember,
the puck stayed on their side of the court. And they just kept clearing it.
But remember, they
can't score
in that game. They were down 2-0, and they had to be the one that came back. Just a frustrating loss for sure. They were talking about Sean Payton had talked about Bo Nix was going to be here for start of OTAs. Bo Nix not there for the start of OTAs.
Is that due to injury or anger?
Injury, yeah. So he's still hurt. They say he's still on track to start the season, but he is not ready to go in June or at the start of June as I was told he was going to be by Sean Payton. So maybe this injury is worse than they thought it was.
Yeah, it's June.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to pay a lot of stock to just about anything. I've seen guys come back from a completely ruptured tendons in 3 months, 4 months. So whatever he's dealing with, I think he'll be ready.
Yep. All right, we got 1 hour to go. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Riding the work with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. It's the Morning Huddle, KTFM Floresville. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good Friday morning. We have an accident to talk about. Right shoulder's blocked. 281 northbound at St. Mary's, causing no delay right now. Another accident, left lane's blocked. 281 southbound at Loop 410. This is going to be stop-and-go traffic back from Bitters, causing, again, no delay. And then another accident, right lane's blocked. Loop 1604 westbound approaching Northwest Military Highway. We also have some high water reported at Alamo Street, at Proban Street, so be careful right there as well. I'm Alan Craig, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment.
Rev up Father's Day gift giving at summitracing.com. You'll find unique gifts, parts, tools, accessories, and more. Or give the perfect card, a Summit Racing gift card. Shop summitracing.com, plus enroll in the rewards program to get more power in every purchase.
It was the night before Father's Day, and all through the house, Dad slept in his recliner, completely passed out. The TV stayed on, volume low, soft, and slight, as Dad dreamed of gifts from Academy, the kind he'd like. Of a turtle box speaker with the whole day ahead, no plans, no errands, just Blackstone's lit red. Titleist golf balls for an easy swing. Magellan Outdoors, take on anything. Because tomorrow's not just Father's Day, you see. It's Dad Christmas at Academy. Academy Sports and Outdoors. Fun can't lose.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collisions since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NBA, the Spurs get back to work tonight, trailing the Knicks 1-0 in the best-of-7 series. The Spurs tip tonight at 7:30 for Game 2. It'll be televised on ABC. In the NFL, the Houston Texans have signed Kalen Rutledge to his 4-year rookie deal. It includes a 5th-year team option. His signing leaves a 4th-round offensive guard, Fabichi Nwawu, as the final unsigned draft pick.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey-o! 9 o'clock on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your old pal AJ, Rob Thompson, in with me on a Friday. Game day Friday. But also, there's other stuff going on this weekend. Who would have thought? The Belmont Stakes get underway. 3rd straight and final year at Saratoga, and then they're going to head back to the new and improved Belmont.
All right.
In 2027.
Maybe we'll get a Triple Crown threat by then.
No, I didn't. You know what? We'll ask Dick. Dick Girardi is our guest. He joins us on the Buyers Barricade guest line, courtesy of betonline.ag. Good morning, Dick.
Good morning, guys. Can we even this series tonight with my bet on the Spurs at 60-1 back in October?
We are hoping so. My goodness, we are hoping so. Rob asks us coming in, do you think the days of Triple Crown winners are done? Like, it seems like we would never have one, and then we had a couple in a row, and then now it feels like now we may never have one again. Like, it just seems like the way they run these horses, it may never happen.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't change the spacing of these races, I mean, think about it. I mean, half the time anymore, the Derby winner doesn't run back in the Preakness. So obviously, if that happens, we got no shot. So, yeah, I think that probably needs to happen soon. Hopefully, they go first Saturday May, first Saturday June, first Saturday July. There's a lot of momentum for that. And I think if it's going to happen, it's probably going to happen next year, but we shall wait and see. Things move slowly in horse racing.
All right, we'll talk about the track itself. At Saratoga. How is it different than what they do at Belmont? What's different about the track, and is the distance similar, or is it the same?
So it's 1.1 miles circumference at Saratoga, their dirt main track, where Belmont Park is 1.5 miles. They're able to run at the traditional distance for the Belmont Stakes at Belmont Park, and as you said, they'll be back there next year. But because of the circumference at Saratoga, they can't run 1.5 mile races. So they're going to run 1.25 miles. which they've done each of the last 2 years. So basically, it's the Derby distance. And the good news is we have the Derby winner in here, Golden Tempo. We got Renegade, who was second. Chief Wallaby, who was fourth. So we got 5 coming back who didn't run in the Preakness. Really, most of the best horses out of the Derby are running in this race.
And is that due to just rest or distance?
Rest. Distance. The Preakness is only 110 yards shorter. I don't think that was the issue so much as the fact that it was just 2 weeks. A lot of these trainers just aren't comfortable running their horses back in 2 weeks, which is why we're having this problem of the Derby winner not running in the Preakness.
I would have guessed Golden Tempo, who won the Kentucky Derby, would have been maybe a little more respected at the betting window than it is. It looks like 9-2, which would put it as the third favorite. Are you surprised that there has not been more of a push on Golden Tempo?
Yeah, I mean, typically the Derby winner gets a huge run in the next race, but when the Derby winner's 23-1,
right,
and people they're going to want to see it again. I think that's really what it comes down to. Whereas Renegade, who Golden Tempo beat in a photo, he already had a form that you understood, right? I mean, he had a resume much deeper than Golden Tempo, so that's really the reason. It's not they're saying Golden Tempo is not a good horse, but can he run that race again? Because that was kind of a one-off. He hadn't done that before.
Well, you mentioned Renegade, who most people say would have been the favorite at Churchill, but because he drew the rail, was not. How big of a disadvantage was that? And him being in the 4 slot, is that an advantage for a horse like Renegade?
Yeah, I mean, if you watch the replay of the Derby, the whole field came over on Renegade at the beginning. I mean, he basically ran into the rail without running into it. He just got crushed. So, yeah, it was definitely a factor. Probably in him finishing second. Maybe if that doesn't happen, he wins. And, yeah, you're right. I think he would have been favored otherwise. But he's absolutely a lock to be the favorite in this race. I mean, his trainer, Todd Pletcher's won it 4 times. He's been second 9 times. And you'll love this prop bet. One of my favorite prop bets in here is, will Todd Pletcher win the Belmont? Well, you got Renegade, who's the favorite. You also have Power Shift, the 2, who's 8-1, and I think has a real chance. You get both of them at 7-5. So either one of those wins, you get 7-5, which is just slightly less than you're going to get on Renegade anyway.
Huh. Commandment sitting at 6-1 was hot early, lost to Churchill. What do we expect?
I like this race at Churchill a lot better than others. I think if you watch the replay closely, like there were a couple key moments in the race where the jockey maybe got a little anxious and there was a little traffic trouble. They've switched jockeys this time from Luis Saez to John Velasquez, who's the best big race rider in American history. So, yeah, I do think Commandment has a real chance here, the Florida Derby winner, probably 6-7-1.
Okay, Chief Wallaby, who is 3-1, he ran third at the Run for the Roses, and there were a lot of people saying he didn't have nearly as good of a race as he could have had. Is that a telling sign? Is he kind of like Renegade, a horse that is probably better than Golden Tempo, but just didn't have his best day in Kentucky?
I think it's fair to say his resume was better than Golden Tempo's coming into the race, and he got bumped at a critical time in the Derby. You don't need that to happen, right? And then he came running at the finish. So Chief Wallaby's interesting. He finished second in the 2 big prep races in Florida, but were really good second. So he's legit. His trainer, Bill Mott, I mean, he's a legend in the game, and he won the Derby and the Belmont last year with Sovereignty, was Horse of the Year. So, yeah, absolutely, Chief Wallaby has to be respected.
All right, let's put these things together. How are we going to win money?
2 ways. We're going to bet one other prop bet at Bet Online. You guys are going to love this. Winning jockey's name ending in Z. You get it's 5-8, basically meaning bet $8 to win 5. But listen to this. You get Renegade with Irad Ortiz. You got Golden Tempo with Irad's brother, Jose Ortiz. Commandment, I just mentioned, with John Velasquez. And you get Power Shift, who I like anyway, with Luis Saez. You get 4 of them. Jockey's name ending in Z. And I like Power Shift and Commandment. They're my 2 best plays, the 2 and the 7.
Do you find it easier or more difficult to handicap a race like a 9-horse field versus a 20 like it is at the Derby?
Where you can just drop 5 immediately.
Yeah, definitely easier with 9 because you get a better sense of how the race is going to be run. But the lure of the 20 is the prices are just so appetizing, right? You can get horses at 15-1 that normally would be 3-1.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, there's only 4 horses in this field that are longer than 10-1.
And you've already said a couple times Power Shift, which is one of them. He's 12-1.
Yep.
Looks like one of the horses that you seem to be drawn to. But, like, are any of these other long shots that, like, 30-1 on the one horse or 20-1 on the 5 horse? Is there any possibility for those long shots, or are they long shots for a reason?
Yeah, I think in this case they are long shots for a reason. The one Vitruvian Man, that's actually another prop. He's the favorite to finish last, and I think he's got a real good chance to finish last. I wouldn't like his 40-1 to win. The other horse we haven't mentioned, I think who's a contender, certainly emerging market, who won the Louisiana Derby, who was third in that race, Golden Tempo. He finished 10th, emerging market in the Kentucky Derby. But again, the Derby sometimes it's just a strangely run race. He's better than that, and his trainer Chad Brown and the jockey Flavien Prat. That's probably the best big race combination we have in the country right now.
So you were looking at the 2 and the 7. That is Power Shift and Commandment. Both jockeys who end in the letter Z, so that may be the best way to look at it. Dick Girardi from Bet Online, we appreciate the time, man, and enjoy the run this weekend.
You got it. Thanks so much, guys.
There you go. Like I said, he joins us courtesy of Bet Online, and he and all our guests join us on the Buyers Barricade Guest Lines. Buyers Barricades providing traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. All right, we'll be right back. It is the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Just north of the downtown area, have an accident, 281 northbound at Josephine Street. Traffic a little sluggish from I-35. Might want to add a few extra minutes to your commute. Staying in the downtown area on the northwest side, I-10 upper level, have that road construction reduced to one lane between Frio Street and Calabria, a little sluggish through there, and a pocket of heavy traffic. This is on the far north side, Loop 1604 westbound as you approach Gold Canyon, a little sluggish through there. I'm Dan Miles, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Hey, dude, you didn't tell me that you wrecked it, and it looks wrecked. How much was the insurance check? $8,000. Yeah, did y'all spend it on fixing it, or did you put it in your pocket? Well, you know, my cousin, just stop there. Just stop there. All I needed to know is $8,000 insurance and a cousin.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
San Antonio's newest sports headquarters, Novo Brewery. Juicy, thick-cut ribeye, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, and more. This is bring your appetite food. Novo is attached to North Star Mall with late hours. Visit NovoBrew.com.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio and have been practicing law here since 1994. And in the past 30-plus years, I've helped hundreds of San Antonians injured by negligent drivers. If you've been injured in a car-truck collision, call me, 210-900-0400. I did want to let you know of a very disturbing trend I've seen that you really need to be aware of. If an attorney or someone acting on that attorney's behalf calls you after a traffic collision, with very limited exceptions, that is called barratry or solicitation. It's a crime and is unethical under our state bar rules. Do not answer these phone calls. Do not hire an unethical attorney. Neither I nor anyone in my firm will ever call you after a traffic collision. If you need my help, and if you've been injured in a traffic collision, I think you do, you'll need to call me. My name is Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. Mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
You could win unmatched views of the match during the Twin Peaks Go for the Gold giveaway presented by Michelob Ultra and Casamigos. Visit TwinPeaksSoccer.com to enter for your chance to win by June 14th. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views.
The Spurs and the Knicks. This is where you come to talk about the finals. 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Under pressure, Vic.
Hey, pressure's a privilege.
That's right.
That's why they get paid the big bucks.
Pressure's a privilege. You earned this.
I was
Don't
telling
mess
you.
it up.
You said your son texted you about 82and0.com.
My son and my nephew both yesterday. Have you played this? I can't stop.
I got my best record so far today. Before the show started, I got a 68-14, a dynasty team, but no 82and0 yet. No 82.
Both of them, I think. Let's see.
The way the game works is it's 82-0.com.
You put together your lineup,
and you spin a wheel, and you get a team and an era, like a decade. And you can pick a player from that team in that decade and put him into your starting five. But if you put him let's say you put a position, let's say you fill the point guard position, and then the next time you spin, Magic Johnson comes up, you can't use Magic Johnson because you already filled your spot. But 68-14 was my best so far, and that was Chris Paul, Pelicans 2000s Chris Paul, 1980s Michael Jordan, 2020s Portland Denny Avdija, 1980s Nets Cliff Robinson, and 1970s Washington Bullets Elvin Hayes. That's my best team so far, Rob. So it'll kill a lot of time. I can tell you that now.
Yeah, I will endeavor to go.
You will be. I got a feeling you're going to be laying in bed obsessing on this thing.
I'm looking at what my kids have done. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. All right. The Go Spurs Go Game 2 tonight from the Frost. Rob is going to be there live and in person. Go say hello to him, shake his hand, take a picture with him.
Sitting up with the Turkish One radio network up there on the third deck.
Hope you have a seat.
Me and the Albanian radio NBA crew.
I hope you get a seat.
I hope so, too. I'm going to get there early.
Joe and I had to steal seats, essentially.
I'm going to go wrestle one away from some foreign correspondent.
I think this was the move I made, and I think it ended up being a powerful move. I found a couple seats that said NBA reserved.
Those are ours.
And because KTFM, our radio station, while we were credentialed, we weren't on the seating chart. So they were like, well, I'm not sure what happened, but maybe you're always welcome to watch from the media workroom. They'll have it on television there. And I was like,
are you on crack?
You think I drove? You think I came here and parked and all this to go watch it on TV in here?
Do they have Mr. Pibb in there?
No, the Pibb's gone. It is no longer. They have no longer using Mr. Pibb.
They have Coke Zero now instead. Yeah,
well,
no Mr. Pibb.
Still, but all right.
But yeah, if they were like, yeah, so we can get you a seat in one of those workrooms, and I was like, okay.
You know I live here, right?
Yeah. You got they got. I mean, no offense to people who are doing podcasts around here, but they were like
podcast.
The silver and black coffee podcast or something like that. I never heard of it, but they had 2 seats, and I was like, wait a minute. We literally cover this team every day,
but we are not an affiliate.
Yeah. Well, neither is the Silver and Black
That's
Coffee
why
podcast.
We're ESPN, for Christ's sake.
Well, so what I did is I found 2 seats that said NBA reserved, and I said, Joe, here's what we're going to do. I'm with Joe Reinigle. I said, just sit here and act like we're supposed to be here till someone comes and tells us otherwise.
Well, that's 99% of life, is acting as if.
Yeah, and no one ever did. Now, we didn't get the fancy
Really?
we didn't get the fancy seats with T-shirts on the back. These were pro seats where you were supposed to expected to act professionally, and we did.
Okay.
We did, except I did celebrate when I won my first quarter bet because I bet Spurs first quarter, and I was not very happy to start the game, and then I got a lot happier when the quarter ended. But after that, I was a pure professional. Didn't wear a pink T-shirt like some of the other people in the media did.
Okay.
I won't do that.
Well, of course, yeah, you're also a true professional, Ron.
I am indeed. And the real reason is they never have a shirt that fits.
It looks like an extra medium
I'm wearing
on Rob.
my schmedium.
Yeah. It just looks like a little tankini on Rob.
I don't need
Tie it off in the middle.
Tie it off and just go fabulous, but no.
Great game, fellas.
I normally send that thing on home.
Then when you wear it in the locker room after the game, just guys,
I wear it in a special
I'm here. I'm here. All right. Well, what is the expectation tonight for the Spurs? You think the Spurs?
I have no reason to doubt that they won't react like they have in the past and right the wrongs, play free and easy, and go get this win and do it in fairly comfortable fashion. Because one, we know they can play better, and two, the Knicks mission accomplished, bro. Mission accomplished. They've done it. They got the game. They're feeling good. Let them go home feeling like they did their job, but don't let them go home 2-0.
Man, there is something to what. Now, this is 11 games in a row they've won? Is that right?
They're at 12 now, I think. I think that was their 12th.
8, 9, 10. Because they started 1-2 against the Hawks. So they're now they won 3 against the Hawks. Yeah, 8. Yeah, it would be 12. So 3, 8, and 8. And then now 1. So, yeah, that's our 4-4, 3, 4, 4, and 1. It's you don't lose. You don't win 12 games in a row by accident. They're a juggernaut. They're on a heater right now. But I'm with you. I think the Spurs bounce back tonight. My only concern is that the legs thing was a real thing, and not like you could say, oh well, they're young, they're fine, and yeah, like the youthful legs should bounce back faster. But also, none of these guys have ever played.
This is more games than
they've never played
in 3 years.
100 games in a season.
All of these things. It's kind of like when you go through basic and you have to go through that gauntlet to prove to yourself and your body that you can do things you didn't think you could do. And they've never gone this far. And you have to push through these things. And yes, you are winded. You're physically not what you were, but you've got to maintain your mental acuity. You can't be exhausted. You can be winded. And when you're fatigued or exhausted like we were the other night, you're going to lose.
Yeah. All right, so we'll give our final predictions on the game in the Daily Line segment. The Dallas Mavericks continue their search for a new head coach
because Orlando snatched Sweeney away from them. Everybody was being gentlemanly. They were going to wait till the Spurs were done, and then we'll go talk to the coach and see if we can get him. And Orlando saw the writing on the wall and went and grabbed him before the Mavs, I feel like, had a chance to make the deal.
I want to throw some of the names by you that are being kicked around and see if you think yay or nay. Duke head coach John Shire.
Yes, I would certainly interview him.
Really?
Yeah. The modern NBA, you're coaching kids. And he has proven over the last 3 years that he can take superstars and meld them into a team. He coaches nothing but NBA kids. He's already coaching in the league. He's just not coaching as many games, and he's coaching against teams of lesser quality. But the team he's rolling with, that's an NBA basketball team.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He's got 7 guys that are going to put on an NBA jersey at any time on that roster. So I interview him. The only reason I say that is this is one of those situations where hire a young coach and grow old with him. And I think when you've got Cooper flagging that young thing, just like Mitch Johnson here with these young kids, let's all grow old together. Let's put 4 or 5 years on our resume together. And I would be thinking the same thing with Cooper flag.
The Mavericks have also reportedly reached out to Michigan head coach Dusty May.
Same reason. Coaching pros. They're already doing it.
Man, you're taking it's a little bit of a risk, it feels like.
Oh, it's a huge risk. But anything over a retread. If you've already had 2 NBA jobs, whether itinerant or fired from, you don't get to do it again for a while. And I'm tired of seeing some of these guys continually on the wheel of possibilities. Get a young coach. Let them fail greatly or achieve greatly. But until we open up the doors to these young kid coaches, you're going to be dealing with the Van Gundys forever.
The more expected route, it says the Mavericks would take is hiring one of the league's top assistant coaches. They reached out to San Antonio associate head coach Sean Sweeney, who served under Kidd, but he ultimately accepted the Orlando job. A name that's also surfaced is Minnesota assistant Micah Nori.
Sure.
Another defensive-minded guy. Houston Rockets assistant Royale Ivey.
Texas blood. Appreciate that.
Celtics assistant Tony Dobbins and Miami Heat consultant Noah LaRoche.
Don't know those guys.
Ivey worked under Billy Donovan in
Royale's
Oklahoma City for a while.
Coach. He's been around the league. He went pretty much straight into coaching after his playing career and has been steadily rising. Yeah, good for him.
And he's dealt with a lot of superstars because he was on staff with KD, Russ,
I
Harden,
love that all
Kyrie.
the guys you mentioned are under 30. All these guys view the league in a very different way and can relate to the newer player than a lot of the older coaches could.
The only name on this list that is a name that has been seen before, Terry Stotts, who has been the head coach of the Blazers, Bucks, and Hawks, most recently an assistant under Steve Kerr, and according to Mark Stein, is only interested in head coaching gigs going forward. Okay. But he was once an assistant in Dallas and was on the staff that won the championship in 2011. He was also recommended by Mark Cuban to serve on Kidd's staff, which never happened. But Stotts is an interesting one because he was part of turning Portland around.
Well.
And then was sent packing just in time for them to have, their playoffs or get to the playoffs. But
yeah, he didn't get to the fruits of his.
Yeah, I don't know what I think of Terry Stotts. It does feel like
he's a hell of a basketball mind and deserves a first chair. But you had your chance. Time passed you
by. You've had multiple chances.
Go let the younger bloods do it. I think the league is better when we're doing this instead of continually talking about the Stotts or the Bickerstaffs or a Van Gundy that you just see rotating from Nick Nurse, all these guys that, yeah, you're a heck of a coach. Stay where you are or go sit first chair and coach up the next generation.
Yeah. I don't have as much of a disdain for retreads as you because mostly because I think some of these guys, there's a reason why they keep getting jobs because they're really good at what they do.
Or they're bridges and are willing to put up with the owner's crap.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of coaches that will take a gig knowing full well, I'll never win here. I'll never get the opportunity to win here, but I get along with the owner and it's a 3-year gig. And I don't like those guys. I mean, the owner should go dare greatly, and if you fail, go get another one. But some of these guys have proven that they are what they are.
I really do believe that sometimes some guys get put in situations, and let's say it's your first chance to be a coach, and it's just an unwinnable situation. It doesn't mean that they're not a good coach.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that any of these guys are bad coaches, but there's an evolution to the league, and for the league as a whole to continue to become what we want it to be, former thinking is not the easiest way to do it. Now, those guys got to be on every staff. There's a reason why they do what they do, but it's those new guys. It's the Mitches. It is the Sean Sweeneys. It's those guys that that connect with younger players in ways that the older coaches can't, and will be able to do things with these players that the older coaches couldn't.
All right, let's hit a break. We'll come back. We'll see what's going on in the world of Hollywood. The Huddle on Hollywood coming up next. Morning Huddle 94.1.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the Morning Huddles. Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Play ball! Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. kids too. Now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
The San Antonio Gunslingers are out on the road battling across the league, but they're coming back home strong. Mark your calendars. Saturday, June 13th, they ride into town to take on New Mexico in a huge home showdown. Stay locked in with the team on social media and at SanAntonioGunslingers.com. Tickets for the June 13th home game are on sale now. Get yours today and bring the family out for professional indoor football. The San Antonio Gunslingers, lock and load.
When's the last time payroll was the easy part of your week? With Gusto, it can be. Gusto is the all-in-one platform designed to take the hassle out of managing your team, from payroll and compliance to hiring, onboarding, and more. With Gusto, you can get back 2 full days each month with all the time you have saved. Go to gusto.com today and learn why over 500,000 small businesses choose Gusto. That's Gusto.com. Gusto.com.
Furnished by IntelliBrands. Whether because of discomfort, lack of mobility, your lifestyle, or occupation, you sit inactively way too many hours a day. Get an Ellipse, the premium quality automatic seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation without physical strain or impact. Improve your flexibility and balance. Strengthen and tone your legs.
My joints feel better, my knees feel better, my back feels better, and it makes me feel stronger too.
My circulation is moving. I'm burning calories, and it makes me feel energetic.
It's so quiet that none of my coworkers even know I'm using it.
Call now and order Ellipse, the seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation. And for a limited time, get a free upgrade to our deluxe bundle with a faster motor, sport mat, and wireless remote. Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. 800-555-1212 now. These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQ Bar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 9 plant protein bars, 8 hydration mixes, and 4 mushroom coffee sticks. And now you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping when you text RADIO to 64,000. Text RADIO to 64,000 to get your 20% off. That's RADIO to 64,000.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
After the blockbuster trade sending Myles Garrett to the Rams earlier this week, the two sides have reworked his deal. It now goes through 2030 and includes an increase in total compensation for the 2026 season, which was previously $31.5 million and included in-game roster bonuses. Finally, the Green Bay Packers reached an agreement with wide receiver Christian Watson. He's got a 4-year deal worth $110 million with an extension that includes $31 million in a signing bonus.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I got a feeling it's got to be a good night.
It better be a good night.
It better be.
Yeah.
Oh, I got some news for y'all. If you're blaming refs, it might not be a good night.
Uh-oh.
For those of you that put a lot of flavor on the refs causing havoc, Tony Brothers will be your crew chief tonight.
Oh, of course he is.
Yes, sir. One more bit of drama.
Oh, yeah. Let's spin it up, Vic. That's what Vic did today. He's like, I'm going to buy these bobs today.
Yeah. Haven't had that in a while.
Oh, yes. It's got to be a good night tonight. I can't have 3 kicking the nuts in a row.
I know. I get to watch the game.
Oh, are you going to watch it?
Yeah.
Maybe you'll be the good luck.
Will you? Just because you can, will you?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, because I don't have to go to bed at
Well, I know
7.
some people just soon not find out. It's too stressful.
I usually have my blood pressure cuff on when, usually by the third quarter, if it's close.
Let's do it. Let's do it. And do it. Yes, sir. All right. Let's see. How about this, Rom? You know, you don't hear much about the Prince estate. I can tell you that. Like, it's not like Michael Jackson or one of those other ones that, like, you hear, like, you know, they're always fighting over it and stuff. The Prince estate has been rather quiet since his death.
It's been about, 5-6 years now?
When did he die? 2016, I think.
It's been a decade,
it's been 10 years, yeah. The vault has been opened, and there is now going to be a deluxe box set focused just on his classic 1987 Sign of the Times album. That added up to 8 CDs, and it didn't even take half of the album's outtakes. So that's how many unreleased recordings are in this thing. Like, he's got so much work. Well, this time they've got a new song collection coming out called Timeless. 10 previously unreleased tracks from across his entire career from 1977 to 2016 when he died, and will be released August 28th, 2026. 2 of the tracks are alternate versions of previously released songs. The announcement arrives alongside the release of the new single Stone, a previously unreleased recording from 1995 written by Sandra St. Victor, Tom Hammer, and Jules Von Even. The album marks a return to the reissue series the estate had embarked upon in the 2010s, but then they pulled back. They said, we're not going to do any more of this stuff. Well, now they are. The announcement is pegged to Prince Celebration, taking place June 3rd through 7th across Paisley Park in downtown Minneapolis. That's going to be the launch party. They're going to have the NPG, the Revolution is going to be there.
Vanity going to be there.
I don't know, but there's going to be a lot of people.
We're going to have them all there.
Well, trust me, the biggest acts will be playing. Believe me.
I was trying to think of dead musicians that put out hits after their death.
Do you like it or not?
Well, there hadn't been very many.
No.
That come to mind.
Tupac
did. I think Biggie had one.
I think
Janis Joplin. I just pulled it up. Me and Bobby McGee, Janis Joplin, after she died, sitting on the dock of the bay, Otis Redding. Mo Money, Mo Problems, Notorious. Then there's some other ones that
I generally don't like it, and here's why.
Yeah, I don't either.
If Prince thought this stuff was great, he would have put it out there.
And some of these were going to be released. The artist just died. Janis Joplin and Otis Redding. They were going to be hits. They weren't on the B-sides. They just died. These are going to be the deep cuts that Prince didn't like.
Yeah,
That's
this is
not what he chose. Doesn't mean I'm not eager to hear it, but I just don't. I won't view it with the same importance that I would have if it was something that he was about to release and he died and he thought it was going to be a hit and it turned that way. These are things that he put on the back burner because it just didn't strike his fancy at the time. Doesn't mean there might not be 2 or 3 in there that are going to be bangers, because I bet they will. But I don't think it'll ever be viewed the same way as when he was alive.
I don't think so either.
Or he just died and the record hadn't come out and it was chock full of goodness.
It just feels like Prince knows what he's doing. Like no one was going to question Prince, like his decisions on what he put out or whatever. There was no way. And now all of a sudden, we're just going to leave it to somebody who we have no idea who it is to decide what Prince would have liked to have part of his legacy.
I'm excited for it.
I'll listen to it. I'm sure, but
big fan. But I don't have a lot of expectation that there's going to be this jewel of something remarkable that I never got to hear before.
I wish Vic was in here. Vic has to poop, but so he's missing this. But I'll ask you. But I'm sure you were. Do you remember Meatballs?
The movie?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Were you a fan?
Yeah, man. Doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
Well, good news. Meatballs is coming back. It is going to be a series.
Yeah, they've tried this before. Is Bill going to be a part of it?
Here's who I know is going to be a part of it. Robbie GK, who is one of the guys from that Heated Rivalry, the gay hockey show. Mm-hmm. Seth Rogen and Mark Paul Gosselaar, who is from Saved by the Bell. So I will say Seth Rogen being involved is kind of promising. It's kind of okay. It could probably be funny. So we'll see if I loved Meatballs when I was a kid. It was I thought it was very funny. What was it 1979, late 70s? And basically it was like a summer camp movie where it could be really awesome, but really it's about the counselors more than the kids. And it's Bill Murray's first big role and Ivan Reitman's first big film, and he went on to do Stripes and Ghostbusters. But it was like on the counselors in training at this summer camp. Very funny movie. And they've tried for a long time to do a remake of it, but none of them have felt right.
It's because you needed the Bill Murray-ness, and
maybe so.
No one can provide that.
Maybe so, but they do believe that the crew that they've got together can do some funny things with this. And
steaming weenies.
I'll give it a try. I'm nervous, but I will give it a try. So we'll see if Meatballs can make it on the small screen instead of the big screen. And then Michael Jackson, speaking of...
I've watched a little bit of this.
Legacy. Netflix, they're saying, has delivered a devastating blow to the legacy of Michael Jackson.
First hour or so of this thing.
Okay. It's called Michael Jackson, The Verdict. It's a Netflix expose, and here's what I like about it. And I know people are upset about it. Everyone's very protective of Michael Jackson now. The movie that came out about Michael, the reason why I haven't watched it,
it's all nice. It's his nephew starring in it or whatever.
They left out any discussion about the allegations against him, the controversies, the Michael Jackson movie. That they just completely ignored that part of his life. So great timing for Netflix to say, not. Oh, I would imagine they do not. So they say there are nightmarishly unflattering things said about Michael Jackson. It's a 3-part docuseries. It revisits the 2005 criminal trial for child sexual assault, and with it, the similar 1993 accusations against him from a variety of both complimentary and damning angles, using archival footage and talking head interviews to provide a comprehensive overview of the scandal. Ultimately, it says it shows little that isn't already on the public record, and there's even less serious analysis about what it all means. But it comes out at a time when everybody's painting sunshine and rainbows. Mm-hmm. This would be like if someone made a Kobe movie, and like all it talked about was what a hero he is and how great he was and what a great dad he was, and left out.
We've gotten.
Yeah. But we haven't had like a full-length film about it.
Well, that's what we do in America now. We forget the bad stuff. We don't talk about the bad stuff. We'll focus on the good. And if you need to find out, go dig for yourself.
Especially when someone dies. Generally, we forget that they did bad things.
Unless you're a pedophile. We normally like to talk about that stuff.
Yeah. Although OJ has not escaped his, even in death. People still, when I say OJ, what do you think of, Vic?
Well, he thumbed his nose. I mean, he just thumbed him. I mean, Michael died before we had a really chance to digest what he had done.
We kind of knew.
Oh, we all knew, but he was...
We kind of knew.
We just kind of let the sleeping dogs lie, but now Michael died when I was in Florida, so this would be 08, 07, 08, 09, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's taken almost 20 years for this to come out.
C-Note says, I watched some of this Michael Jackson documentary yesterday, as a matter of fact. It painted Jackson in a bad way, I thought.
It did.
Well, yeah, that's what they say. Like, it's because the movie itself is, if you're a Michael Jackson fan, you want to watch the movie. If you are a Michael Jackson, like if you're angry about Michael Jackson and you think that he's not, that people don't talk about the right things with him,
Dude, he was so freaking weird.
Yeah.
I mean, those 5 years before he died, it was gonzo weirdness around the world. Him traveling around, hanging babies over on a hotel window, showing off kids out of hanging a baby out a window, and always in a mask, and buying out malls to go run around with kids and that monkey. Dude, it was a bizarro world.
I think some people care about like the darker side of things. Like when I was, it's funny we talk about this is something that losers do, is they talk about their goals that they never accomplish. They just talk about doing it and never do it. I had an idea once that I wanted to do. I wanted to like write a script that was sort of a comedy and sort of a drama script, but it was about the last 5 years of Elvis's life. Like when, it'd be, I done pissed my pants. Like like a completely
you can't do
comedic, humiliating, embarrassing ruse of what Elvis was. But I don't think anybody because nobody cares about that part of it. Like they only want to remember you for at your peak, at your height.
Yeah.
Except for me, everybody. All they see is my bad moments, and that's what they want to remember me for. I don't understand.
Michael's got plenty of them.
All right, let's hit our last break of the day, Victor Brown.
Got it.
When we come back, we'll look at the daily lines, wrap up the show. It is the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
I've taken up candle making. Nigel, the whole office smells like wet dog and gym socks. My nose is highly refined. Folks, if your home smells a little off, it might be your AC. Portamoon's Breathe Easy package pulls and deep cleans your blower motor, blower wheel, and housing, cleans your coil in place, disinfects the inside of your AC cabinet, and installs a UV light to help zap bacteria and other nasties hiding in your unit. All for just $6.95.
Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 210-651-5899. License number TACLA 141074EM16004.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
My name is John. I could not lose the weight I needed to. The Institute for Functional Health Wellness program was the answer. It included a great deal of testing, supplements, and weekly face-to-face doctor visits. I finally had the accountability I needed. I am now 50 pounds lighter. I no longer have pain in my elbow, back, and hips. I have more energy and just feel and look so much better.
Call for your complimentary consultation, 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney, an attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds. And you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. It's a fruity candy flavor explosion, and I mean explosion. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots, a zero-sugar treat that's sweet tooth approved. These can take care of my candy cravings and provides a tasty caffeine kick without all the sugar. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Get candy-flavored chaos with Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we're going to get you ready for a big Game 2 NBA Finals Spurs-Knicks.
Our run of having former Spurs with rings continues as Antonio Daniels will be on The Blitz to get you ready for Game 2.
He's going to make us all feel better about Game 2. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The Spurs and the Knicks. This is where you come to talk about the finals. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
No. No. No.
Yes, go Spurs, go. It is that night.
That was brutal. That really was.
You guys don't like that one, huh?
Dude.
It's so hilarious. Oh, man.
Just leave that be.
Yeah.
Just leave it be.
Yeah, listen, there are a lot of people defending Michael Jackson. Like, listen, what Michael Jackson did artistically, awesome. I'm not defending any pedophile activity ever. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you were I don't care if you were the president of the United States. Like, I can't imagine. Like, can't imagine anyone like a world where that would be a rumor. But even then, there's no defending it. But I will say that. Rob made a comment about Fox that stuck with me that is applicable here. Do we judge people at their lowest? Very sage thinking, he says.
Well, it depends on the low. I mean, there are some things you can go ahead and, you can charge right in on that low point.
How low?
There are some low points that you can't come back from, even with a lifetime of positivity. One low move, that's it.
Yep. All right, let's wrap up the show the way we always do. Let's take a look at the Daily Lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the Daily Lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
San Antonio Spurs. 6 or 6.5 point favorites, depending on which book you look at.
Well, if you're a Knicks fan, jump now. I think it's going to shrink. I bet it gets down to 5.
Oh, I don't think it'll get that low.
You don't think a half a point?
No, I think the lowest it'll get is 5.5, or maybe 6 across the board. No, I do think there is an expectation of a bounce back.
Yeah,
and
it's 2 points more than the first game, right? Were we 4.5?
It's 4.5.
That's a crazy number.
Yeah, so 1.5, 2 points more. Total is at 215.5 in this one. Victor Wembanyama, 26.5 on the points prop.
They loving Karl Anthony's defense. I like them more than that.
Do you?
I do. He fell ass backwards into 26.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? He didn't do much to get that, and it wasn't that hard.
Season-long points per game is 24.5. So, I mean, you'd pay a little tax there even. But Jalen Brunson, season-long, 26.2. His number tonight is also 26.5. So, Wemby and Jalen Brunson both expected to score the same. How about Karl Anthony Towns, 18.5?
You know, I don't know what to make of that performance because, we could put it where Wemby affected him offensively. I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either.
I think Cat just had an off game, so the expectation he kind of rounds back into form.
I like Karl Anthony Towns in this series. I think Karl Anthony Towns is he may be a matchup problem for the Spurs.
If he becomes that, the Spurs lose in 5. I mean, that can't be a thing.
Steph Castle, 17.5.
Now, before I answer that, where is Dylan Harper? What are they putting Dylan with?
13.5.
All right, I like that. 17.5. All right.
Do you? Well, Steph is the one guy I'm sure they're not going to take minutes away from.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Because he has to be on the floor.
And it's more about ball distribution and and how much Dylan and Steph are Dylan and De'Aaron are playing point guard and Steph is allowed to play the 2 guard. More of that is good for us.
I'm going to ride the hot hand. Julian Champagnie over 11.5.
You like it in the first half? You got the first half numbers for him?
I don't, but if I could narrow it down, I would. Yeah,
so 11.5 seems eminently doable.
It does.
Yeah.
He's been, and I may just look at 2.5 3-pointers. Like he's letting them go.
Well, I think they're going to continue to allow him to shoot them.
I think so too.
I think they're going to. He'll be the option that they'll live with.
Keldon Johnson. What do you think the number on Keldon Johnson is right now?
Gosh, for the Spurs to win, I feel like we're going to have to. It's one of those box score things, but for him, points do matter. He needs to score points, and for us to be there, I'd like to see him at about 12 to 13 points.
His total 7.5.
I've got to bet the over at home. You got to bet more.
My goodness, how he is falling.
That's no respect, and that doesn't bode well for the Spurs. If the expectation is he's only going to be worthy of 7.5 points, that's not how the Spurs win. They need his points.
Points, rebounds, assists. Josh Hart set at 25.5. I love Josh Hart in this game. Like if he would not have been in foul trouble early in game 1, I don't know what his numbers would have looked like. Because when he was on the floor, he was a problem for everybody.
Yeah, he was everywhere doing everything. Now, again, Tony Brothers is reffing this game. He is the crew chief.
That could change things up.
And we do have a history with him knowing that he blows a lot of whistles. There are going to be a lot of fouls tonight.
Yeah. All right. Major League Baseball. You've got the Astros, Peter Lambert, and they're taking on the Athletics. Jack Perkins going for the A's. They are minus 110 both ways. Rangers hosting the Guardians. Parker Messick going for the Guardians, minus 135 at the Rangers. Kumar Rocker going for Texas today. And in the Stanley Cup, Game 3 in Vegas, minus 110 both ways.
Home cooking.
Pick 'em, baby. Pick 'em. Hopefully the Knights can get back on track. All right, everybody, have a good weekend. Blitz comes up at 2 o'clock. And, of course, go Spurs, go.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is KTFM Floresville and streaming online at sasportstar.com.
Download to see if you qualify. Not